Night eternal, hero's quest, life infernal, blood moon rises, screams ignite, battle fierce, endless night, sever steel, heart of fire, vanquish doom, death inspire. Crimson sky, haunted cries, echo deep, where hope dies. Blood moon rises, screams ignite, battle fierce, endless night. Silver steel, heart of fire, vanquish doom, death inspire. Blood moon rises, screams ignite, battle fierce, endless night.
Well, hello everyone. It is I, your boy, Jotun Redwolf, and we are back with Curse of Strahd, episode 6. We're at episode 6. All episodes have been recently uploaded to the YouTube channel, so if you need to catch up on the previous 5 episodes, you can find them on the YouTube channel. I don't have the link ready, so I don't know if I'll need to get that into a command. I keep forgetting. That's the one thing I keep forgetting. I make commands for everything else, but I keep forgetting everything else. But we're back, and when we last left our heroes, the party nestled in for the night, and Tom, their very stout and sturdy steed, was a little shaken, and something pulled him away. It was fear. And in his fear, he ran off into the night, leaving the party to pursue. What they found, instead of, bandits or wolves, something much larger, something far more hideous. Let me get us back to where we were. And we had all rolled initiative at that point. So just to remind everybody what the initiative was, Jymbo, you go on 25. So it is Jymbo, the creature, Grimm, Warren, and then Araza. So, that being said, Jymbo, it is your turn.
Okay. Let's see. How high are the pillars?
The pillars are about 10 feet tall. They're about 10 feet tall. There is a broken one here that slants up at roughly a 45-degree angle. And then behind these pillars are a set of stairs. The stairs themselves ascend to a height of about 20 feet at the highest on this platform. And then this pillar here ascends again 10 feet up from that platform. So this is the highest point, if that's what you're looking at.
And you say that this pillar right here
Mhm.
is just like there's no stairs or anything. It's just 10 feet up.
There's no stair. It's leaning at a 45-degree angle, but it's probably a little bit less than the full 10 feet, but still pretty high. I want to say
Okay.
maybe whatever it's leaning on, it's about 8 feet. Let's put it at about 8 feet.
Okay, so I'm actually going to let me just measure this out real quick. I'm pretty sure I can do it. Oh yeah, I can do that easy. So I'm gonna go ahead and run up to it and then leap with my my 10-foot leap as my bonus action on top of it
Okay.
with sword drawn. And then can I, well, let me move. Oh, I can't move.
Oh, you cannot move. Hold on. I will adjust that. I thought I fixed that issue. I guess I didn't. You guys should be able to move them. Quick test.
No,
yeah. Okay.
I can move now.
All right. I was like, hold on. I know that I can make that rabbit move. Let's go.
And move. So with my standard action, because I don't know how this works, I've never tried this. Can I ready an action with my standard action, or is it the full turn to ready an action?
It is a full turn to ready your action.
Okay, so I really can't do much besides climb up there. Hold on a second. Can I throw a dart at him? I believe not. I think dart is, well, it's 60-foot maximum. I guess technically I could, but isn't that like a penalty?
It's only a disadvantage if it's outside of your range.
Okay, the range is 2060.
2060, so 60 is the farthest part of the range. So when you throw it, it'll be a disadvantage if it's beyond the 20. But you can attempt it.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and attempt it. Jymbo jumps up on top of the pillar, takes a dart out, and attempts to hit the creature with it.
Alrighty. Okay, I see the 23 and the 13. The 13 does not hit. The target number is 19.
Okay. That's my turn, and I have to restart my computer because it's running like garbage.
Oh no.
Oh, that's okay. I've did my turn, so I'll be right back.
All right. The dart flings out and Jymbo briefly fades from existence until he returns. So the creature gets to go. And what does the creature want to do? The creature itself, upon seeing the party, has already let out a monstrous roar. And it had been in the process of pursuing Tom, who has been very keen on not being eaten. And as it moves its way around this pillar here, it's still it didn't notice that something had been thrown at it, so it is still going to try to go after Tom. I should probably roll initiative for Tom too, so I can see when he moves. Okay. Wonderful. All right, that is the creature's turn. So that takes us to Grimm. Grimm, it is your turn.
Okay, I'll move. Actually, let's just measure this out real quick. Oh yeah, playing. So I'll move up here a little bit, and then with my bonus action, hide.
Okay.
So stealth check. With dirty 20 for the stealth,
Okay.
and then I'll step out and attack the creature. And 18 will miss.
Yes, an 18 will miss.
Okay. I'm just going to kind of move a little farther back over here, and that's kind of the end of my turn.
Okay. That brings us to Warren.
All right. I'm just trying to see how far I am from. Let me see. Because 30 feet is to there. If I could move my 30 feet and somehow get Tom to run either back to our camp or just away from the monster's path.
So you wanna run to him and try to do like a handle animal check?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. So move your 30 feet so I can see exactly where you're positioned.
Hold on. So the 30 feet was like roughly around here, with the measuring tool. But because that's still 10 feet away from him.
You can make the animal handling check at disadvantage, because he's frightened.
Right.
But at least you can attempt it. If you were a lot closer, then I'd say yeah, you can just grab his reins and then pull him. But unfortunately, you can't reach his reins just yet.
Right. Yeah. Let me give it a go here. I doubt an 11 will do anything.
Let's see. Is 11 with disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay. Tom, you can see the whites of his eyes. He sees you sneak around this pillar, and again, it's another thing that startled him. So he's probably gonna take off in some direction his next turn.
As long, listen, if I can at least get him to move.
move,
Tom's
horse.
a so good boy. He must be protected at all costs.
Okay. Is that your turn?
I don't think I can really do anything else. Question: how do some of these pillars look around? Like, hold on, like here and like here, like surrounding. Like, do they look fairly sturdy? Or do they look like?
from what you can see, without having to make a check, from what you can see, a lot of them have withstood the test of time, but there are some that I want to say the ones near the ground, like especially like this one and this one, or maybe some of these here that aren't directly adjacent or mortared to these stairs. If you're talking about like possibly like tipping them over or using them as like breaking them, then it would take a little bit of damage to weaken more of the stones, but you could do it. Absolutely.
Like maybe I could like weaken it and like time it just right for it to maybe fall on the monster to slow it down.
Well, you could use your action surge. You are a fighter. You could action surge and attempt to do that. Or you could action surge and attempt to grab Tom.
Well, I figure if I go to like push that column or break it, that might convince Tom to go in the opposite direction.
Okay.
So
you could do that.
Una momento por favor. Where's my action surge? I just need to click it real quick. Okay, action surge. Yeah, I want to
push the pillar.
Push the pillar, do something to like I want to Jenga it.
Okay. And you want it to fall like
I want it to fall on said aforementioned beastie.
Okay. I need you to make a strength check for me, please. Strength or athletics, if one is higher than the other, and let me know the result.
They're about the same.
Okay.
I'll just say strength. Oh, poopy. Like a 12.
A 12. You start to push it, and it's not enough. It's not enough to push the pillar. You need a little bit more oomph behind it, but you do feel that a lot of it is starting to give.
Okay, I figure like
you're close.
Sprinting over here, and I'm probably like out of breath a bit from like getting as close to Tom as I can.
You also did run up the hill to try to pursue Tom. So yeah.
Running up that hill. Yep, and that's my turn.
Okay. That brings us to Araza. Araza, it is your turn because Tom goes on a 1.
Finally, my turn. Okay. Let me put myself in a square. Okay. Let's see. Araza is going to try and see if she can get its attention. So she's going to cast a guiding bolt at it at level 1.
Okie dokie.
Let's see. Roll. That's a 22 to hit.
22 hits. Target number is 19.
Sweet. It's 4d6. 10 points of damage.
10 points. That'll get its attention, I'm pretty sure.
And the next person that it's radiant damage, and next attack roll made against this target before the end of my next turn has advantage.
Wonderful.
Because it's all glittery.
It's all sparkly. You emit.
But it's not a vampire.
It's not a vampire. That is correct. That is. It is not read the Stephanie Meyer books. In fact, I don't know if this creature can read. So you blast it with a beam of radiant light, and the energy coalesces and almost paints the side of it. And basically you draw a target. You draw a target on the creature itself. And that brings us. Do you have anything else you can do on your turn?
Let me see. No, I do not.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, in that case, that brings us to Tom. old Tom's got he's got a random direction he's got to run into. Let's see. D4. Okay, and does he go? Tom runs this way. And he's using all of his movement to continue running. So he's going to run over there.
What a good boy!
He's just running away. Like you came out and you startled him, Warren, and he's like, "Oh," and just continues to go. So he's safe. Tom is safe for now. That brings us back to the top of the round. Jymbo, you are at the top of the round, my friend.
I'm just a little short. I want to do a jumping attack.
Okay.
I can use my rabbit hop to do 10 feet, and I have a strength of 12. But that's not 30 feet. That's 22. So maybe I just hold my turn, and I will prepare an action to leap down on the creature with my sword if he gets near.
Okay. Understood. Let me mark that you are holding your action. Now, when you hold your action, you're gonna go into that initiative order from wherever you jump in at. Understood?
Yes.
Okay. So that brings us back to the creature, who again has not noticed that that Warren or anyone else is nearby, and just watches the horse continue to run around. But the creature pauses, and seeing Tom kind of run off, it had assumed a hunched, near feral posture when it was pursuing Tom, but now it kind of like softens its posture and looks up around, like it looks a little confused, and it lets out a little as if it's looking for something, as if it's lost something. And then it slowly, instead of charging after Tom, it's only going to walk. So it's going to walk down this way. And are you making any attempt to hide, Warren? Just quickly.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So he's just slowly walking, and it doesn't look like he's in a hunting mode at this moment, but that doesn't mean that it couldn't change. But after the render, Grimm, it is your turn.
Okay, I will use my bonus action to hide again.
Okay.
6 plus, and that's a 13 in the stealth.
Okay. It succeeds.
And then I will step out here, so I have, or more like here, so I have line of sight, and then I will attack it, and should have advantage because I was hidden.
You also have advantage because of guiding bolt also, so you didn't necessarily need, you didn't necessarily need to hide, but still.
Yeah.
If you'd like, I could let you undo your bonus action for the hiding if you wanted to do that, because you're still getting advantage, and with advantage you still get sneak attack.
Yeah, I'll take away the hide action.
Okay.
And
just trying to help you guys out.
Yeah. A dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits. 19 is your number.
Okay. Then that. Ooh. 6. 11 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I will go with my bonus action and try hit it again.
Okay, go for it. I figured we could make more use of the bonus action instead of having it hide since you had the guiding bolt, but the guiding bolt is now off. So it's just a plain hit.
I missed with an 18.
Oh, 18 is very close. 18 is very close though.
Yeah. And then 10. And then I'll kind of move up to there.
Okay.
And that'll end my turn.
All right. That brings us to Warren. Warren, it is your turn. The creature is within pillar pushing distance.
Yeah, let's give it a go, because timing is everything. I don't suppose I get that advantage.
No, because guiding bolt is the next attack that hits it. So if this thing falls, the creature's gonna basically get a save to dodge out of the way. But if it doesn't save, which it's a very large, cumbersome creature, I don't know if it would. But you can attempt it.
All right, it's just regular strength.
Yes, just a strength check.
All right. Yeah, because my strength and my athletics are the same, but I figure this time around, just for thematic sake, it's athletics, because now I'm taking into consideration, like, what are the weak points of this pillar? What would be best for me to push it at? Because last time I was just doing strength, because, you know, adrenaline rush and all that jazz. So, 17.
17. Your number was 15. So again, you were close last time, and from your ability last time, you could tell that it was weak, but you put your hands in the wrong place at that time. But this time you managed to get enough of a push behind it. So it is going to make a dexterity saving throw. Now, Warren, I understand that you do not have spells. So you do not have a saving throw in which it needs to make. So what it is going to do, it is going to use the total of your strength check as its save. It needs to beat that strength check in order to not take the damage from this. So he has a 17 he has to beat. Let me take a look. What does this creature got? What does he got? He gets a +1. He gets a +1. It's not horrible, but all right. He needs a 17 to not take damage. And that is a 7 on the die for a total of 8. So the pillar falls. Go ahead and roll me 2d6. Go ahead and roll me 2d6 for the pillar. And I will draw the pillar in a way that we can...
I don't add anything.
No, it is just straight, like, fall damage for the...
Okay, it's 5.
5? Okay. So the pillar falls in this area here. The creature sees it coming and goes to put its hand up to kind of catch it, but the weight of it comes down on its arm and it lets out a and completely angry, completely frustrated. That is your action. You have movement. Do you do anything else?
I'm gonna run.
Okay.
Get the hell out of Dodge.
Okay.
Question.
Yes.
How tall is this piece of rubble behind me here?
It's about 5 feet tall. You could,
so
if you're wanting to hide behind it, you can attempt to hide behind it, but
I'll make an attempt to hide behind it.
okay. So go ahead and run back there. You don't have a bonus action hide, but you can move behind the pillar. So would that be your turn?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Next up is Araza. Araza, it's your turn. You see that Warren, through a great feat of strength, has pushed over a pillar on it.
Yes, I see that. So this thing is currently underneath the pillar.
Yes.
So it is prone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How far away from it am I? Oh, that's way too far.
You could always get closer.
Yeah, I could. But I won't get to take a swing at it this turn.
Mm.
Okay. Let me move. 10, 15, up 30. 30 feet. 40 feet away. Let me read the spell again. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna cast a second level spell. I'm gonna cast my spiritual weapon.
Okie dokie.
Range is 60 feet, so you create a floating spectral weapon within range that lasts for the duration until you cast the spell again. It is a concentration spell.
Okay.
Wait. No, it's a bonus action spell.
It is
Oh,
a bonus
it's a
action,
bonus
yes.
action spell. I had no idea.
Oh, yeah.
And it's actually not a concentration spell. I thought it would be. It doesn't say it is. But I'm going to cast a spiritual weapon, and it's going to show up right behind him.
Right behind him. Let me see. I think I have a spiritual weapon token, and if I don't, I've got a good stand-in token just in case.
I'm going to place the weapon right here.
Right there? Okay.
Yes.
Let me go ahead and drag it out there. I do not have... Let me see. I don't have a spiritual weapon, but I do have a spirit, so we're going to drag a spirit out there. Pop.
Ooh. All right. And it says, when you cast a spell, you can make a melee attack against the creature within 5 feet of the weapon.
Yes.
I would like to take a swing with the spiritual weapon.
Go for it, please.
That's another 22.
That hits.
All right, where's my D8? No, that's a D10. There's the D8. Oh, max damage. 8 plus 3. 11.
Okay. I'm quickly editing the token so that way you can use it. So, pop.
Sweet.
See if you can just move it really quick, Star Kitty, if you don't mind.
Yep, I can move it.
Wonderful. All right, so you have yourself a little spirit, and how much damage was that one more time?
11 points.
11 points. I love it. Okay. And is that your turn?
That is my turn, sir.
All right, wonderful. That brings us back to Tom. Tom, the poor boy. Tom, where are you headed? Where are you going? Still frightened. Random direction, and he goes. Poor Tom. He's running back. He's going this way. He's going that way. But that's all right. He's kind of heading back towards you guys, but beyond that, he doesn't do anything other than move. That takes us back to Jymbo. Jymbo, you are still holding. You are still holding your turn. So because there's nothing that's kind of like sparked your hold action. Are you still going to hold, or are you going to move in closer?
You know, I'm still gonna hold.
Okay.
I'm waiting until he's within 20 feet of me.
Okay. Well, it looks like that might be the case. So the creature is going to spend part of its movement to get up out of the rubble. And luckily it doesn't have its full movement. Otherwise that could be really, really bad. So it can move 15. And it's going to attack the nearest thing, which would be Grimm. But it does not get its full round of attacks. So it will get one attack. It's going to swipe you with its claw. It has a +8 to hit.
Oh,
It has a +8 to hit. So
roll low.
I
It's
will,
okay, Grimm.
I
I'm
will
nearby.
I will hope to roll low. I rolled a 13. So it's a 21 to hit. That is a 21 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Okay. 2d8 plus 4. That is 14 points of damage. That is 14 points of slashing damage. But that is its turn. Because it had to spend most of its movement to get up. So that brings us to Grimm. Grimm, it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage.
That's very good. Please.
And then, where am I going to run to? I will run. I'll run over here. And then I will try to hit it with my one dagger.
All right, go for it.
That should hit with 22.
22 hits.
And that will be 9 points of damage.
9 points already. Is that your turn, Grimm, or do you have more?
I think that's everything I could do.
All right. Well, if that is your turn, that brings us to Warren. Warren, it is your turn. You see the creature take a mighty swipe at Grimm and deal a decent amount of damage. What do you do?
Well, definitely know to keep some sort of distance from the bad beastie. Since Tom has made his way back toward the danger, I'm going to make my way over to Tom because it is 25 feet over to him.
Okay.
And I am going to focus on animal handling. Like, I'm going to try to get him by the reins, and like, I doubt I'm going to get him to calm down much, but at least let him know, like, hey, go back to the wagon, go back to camp.
Okay.
It's safe there. We'll be back for you soon. You need to stay there. So.
Okay. So in order to convey all of this comfort and reassurance, I need you to make an animal handling check for me, please.
All right. I doubt a 5. There's too much chaos going on.
No, a 5, unfortunately. A 5, unfortunately, is not enough. But you do have him by the reins, so you have a little bit more control over him. He's not gonna, if he's gonna run off, he's gonna take you with him, basically. So, is that your turn there, Warren?
Pretty much.
Because you're trying to focus on keeping Tom calm.
And maybe like directing him away or something. Like, that's just my main focus.
Okay. Understood. From Warren, Araza.
All right. I'm going to do my bonus action first, which is moving my spiritual weapon 20 feet.
Okie dokie.
So, I believe... Yeah. The weapon is gonna move. Oops. There we go. That should be 20 feet. I can't move it at the diagonal. Okay, it's gonna take a swing.
All right.
That is a natural 20, sir.
Oh, okay.
Plus
So
5.
so plus 5. So you have the max damage for the die, and then I just need you to roll your crit damage. So just roll the extra. Just roll what your basic damage is.
I rolled a 7 plus 3.
Okay. So that's
10.
10.
Plus 8.
Okay.
18.
Damage taken.
Sweet.
That's a good hit. That's a good hit for the spiritual weapon. Does the spiritual weapon do anything if it crits? I don't know if there's anything in there that it does anything if it crits.
It doesn't say anything in the spell.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, the spiritual weapon looks just like a mace, like what Araza is wielding.
Okay.
Forgot to say that.
I will remember that for next time. I'll remember that for next time, and I'll have a spiritual weapon token for you. So I apologize for not having one now.
Oh, no worries. I mean, I just remembered I had that spell. All right. And then since that was my bonus action, my turn, I'm going to move on over.
Okay.
And I'm going to cure wounds at 2nd level on Grimm.
All right. Go ahead and cure Grimm from that near grievous injury.
Thank you. That one hurt.
As I'm healing you, I'm gonna say, dodge next time, please.
Yeah, I'll try that.
8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 plus 7, 7, 8, 19 points back.
Very, very nice. You take that healing damage. You take that healing damage, okay?
Oh, yeah. It's like I was never even hit.
Yeah, I rolled a 7 and a 5, so...
Listen, Araza is a very effective healer, okay?
Oh, yeah. Healed me more than I was hit for.
So...
that is my turn.
That is your turn. That brings us to Tom. So, Tom, being the big boy that he is a Clydesdale horse, but he is currently held by the reins. I'm going to make a wisdom check to see if he's still kind of afraid or if he's more calm because you're holding him, Warren. He is definitely more calm. He's more calm that you are here. Your presence is helping. And it might be because like you're kind of standing in the way of the line of sight of the beast, or maybe just because it's behind that pillar he can't see it fully, or the remains of the pillar that he can't see it fully. So Tom is calm. And again, that brings us to Jymbo. Jymbo, are you still holding, or are you going to move?
I'm actually going to take a free action,
Okay.
and I'm gonna scream at it. Hey, sorry. Hey, Stanky. I bet you can't get me over here. And then I'm gonna hold my action again. Hopefully that'll.
Okay. So you're not making like an intimidate action. You're not doing anything to like. Are you really trying to garner its attention? Because then you could make like an intimidate or something to kind of goad it towards you.
I mean,
but that would be you moving on your turn.
That.
So.
No, I'm just gonna holler at it.
Okay.
I'm a rabbit on the pillar. I'm not very intimidating.
All right. Well, that So you're still just holding your action though, correct?
Still holding.
Okay. that's fine. Because now it's the render's turn. This creature, after having swiped at Grimm, and having swiped at Grimm, sees that he is still over there, and in some form of maddened bloodlust, he is going to rush over to here. And he is going to use his multi-attack. He is going to put a bite attack on Grimm, and he's going to put a claw attack on Araza. Again, is a +8 to hit with both of these. So we'll resolve the bite attack first. 6 on the die for a total of 14, Grimm.
It misses.
Okay. It goes to chomp down at you and misses. I
dodged this time.
The claws on Araza. So again, a +8 to hit. That is a 12 on the die for a dirty 20.
That is a hit.
Okay. Claws 2d8. Okay. That is a total of 14 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And as it goes to chomp down at Grimm, it brings its paw up, or like its hand-like paw, and just kind of brings it across the front of you, Araza. In a very frightening display of bestial ferocity. And again, it lets out a mournful cry, just... And that is its turn. That brings us to Grimm.
Okay, I will try to flank it. Would it be this square? Or the one below it?
It would be that one.
Okay. So then, with flanking, I got advantage, and I will attack it. I will hit it with 23.
Okay, 23 hits.
And that's 13 points of damage.
Okay, damage taken.
And then I will hit it again with the other psychic blade. And that will miss with a 16.
Yes, 16 does not hit, unfortunately. Now you still get advantage for that one. Was that with advantage because you were still flanking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a 4 and 11.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I got on my turn.
Okie dokie. That brings us to Warren. And thinking on how this creature is, in order to flank it, you would have to be at the opposite point. So I was trying to think, it's like, what's going to be the easiest way for you guys to get flanking on this creature? But you would still have to be in the opposite squares of a party member. So, anyways, Warren, go ahead.
I'm trying to think here. Again, want to get Tom away, because I know that if he sees this creature, he's going to freak out again and either run towards the danger or whatever in his blind fear. I'm gonna try one more time with animal handling and see if I can somehow like lead him off map
Okay.
and have him go back to the camp, because I'm sure he could see the fire, you know, not get too close to it, but like, you know, hey, camp is safe, you need to go back to camp.
All right. Go for it.
Man, my physical dice hate me tonight. 6.
6 total.
Yep.
Tom is neither persuaded nor dissuaded from his current course of action, which is standing next to you as you hold his reins. He doesn't really have a saddle on him, but you could probably I don't know what else you could do here.
I mean, I've ridden bareback a fair amount of time. I mean, as long as he has his bridle on.
He does. That's what you were able to kind of grab a hold of. I'd let you attempt to swing up there and try to ride him.
Yeah, I'll give it a go. Do I need to do athletics?
Well, he is a Clydesdale, so he's a little bit larger than a regular horse. But yeah, go ahead and make an athletics check for me. Athletics or acrobatics, whichever is higher for you.
16.
16. You're able to get up there, no problem.
All right, and I don't know if I can do this within my turn, but I at least want to steer him back to camp. And
Well, technically, with you on his back, you control his movement now.
yeah,
So
I'll get him off map and back to camp. I don't know how long it would take for me to come back on foot, like once I get him safely hitched up, and maybe like get him something to eat to help calm his nerves, like get one of those little the little feed sacks that you can hitch up onto the
feed bag. It's literally
The
just
feed
called a
bag.
feed bag. Yeah.
Listen, I personally, Val has not raised horses, even though I grew up on a farm too.
It's okay. It's all right. So yeah, you hitch up a feed bag, or well, you're going to hitch up a feed bag if you take him back to camp. But no, you have full control over him. I've given you direct control.
Assuming control.
But that'll be your turn. That'll be your turn
Yep.
though, just getting up on him.
Yep, and whenever my next turn comes, I'll take him back to camp, and then my next turn I'll come back and figure something out. But our one objective is pretty much met.
Okay. And that brings us to Araza. Araza, it is your turn.
Alright, Araza's gonna do her bonus action first, move the spiritual weapon.
Okie dokie.
20 feet would put it right next to Grimm.
All right.
It's going to take a swing. Alright, let's see. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits. 19 is your number. That spiritual
Okay.
weapon's doing really nice. I like that weapon.
Yeah, 6 points of damage.
6 points. Let's go.
Points. Alright, and then for my turn, I'm going to heal myself with a level 1 cure wounds.
Okie dokie.
I get 8 hit points back.
All right. And is that your turn?
That is my turn.
So, seeing that Tom is under control of Warren, Tom now goes on Warren's initiative. Until otherwise. So, unless Warren gets bucked off for whatever reason, Tom goes with Warren. So that brings us to Jymbo. Jymbo, it is your turn still.
Yeah, Jimbo's going to be like, Oh man, screw this. And he's going to draw his sword and run down very stylishly down the pillar to flank the creature. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It seemed, wait, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Really? It said it was,
Don't you have a 10-foot bunny hop that you can do also?
Yeah, I can definitely do that. For some reason, it says it's 35 feet here, but it definitely.
Well, that's because you're measuring from yourself. You're not measuring the square outside of yourself.
Yep.
Because you already occupy that space.
Yes. Well, still, that would be 40.
Yeah.
Which is my move, but for some reason, I'm not getting 40. Okay, well, I'll use my bunny hop. That's fine. Okay, now I can definitely make it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
All right.
Okay. So he does a stylish little hop down the pillar and then runs with his sword drawn. Do I get flanking with the spiritual weapon?
Spiritual weapon needs to be here. Because it would be directly across from you.
Oh, okay. Well.
Or you could go here. If you have enough movement to take you here, you could flank with it because it's directly across from you.
I think I am one short. That's okay. I will go without that. Without the thing.
Okay.
Okay. At least it's not disadvantage.
This is also true.
For a 12.
12 does not hit, unfortunately.
I'm gonna follow that up with a bunny kick.
Okay, go for it.
For a 26.
26 hits.
Oh,
that's a crit.
That's a natural 20.
That's a crit.
Okay. Well, my unarmed strike is 1d6, so I guess I'll roll another d6 plus 4.
Yep.
Okay, so 12 points of damage for that kick.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use Flurry of Blows.
Go for it.
Yay.
Spend that key point.
Oh, 18.
18 does not hit, unfortunately.
Well, Jymbo runs down the pillar, runs toward the creature, really stylishly, completely whiffs and sword in the dirt, kicks it right in the face, right in the nose, and goes for a follow-up with his elbow and just kind of almost falls over. Just a flailing rabbit.
All right. Awesome. That brings us back to is that your turn, or do you have any other swings and whatnot that you want to do there, Jymbo?
That is it. I used all sorts of actions.
So that brings us to the render. So aptly named, because that is what it intends to do. It had dealt damage to Araza before, and because it smells blood, it is going to continue to attack Araza. Araza, you are its current target. So
Okay.
it is going to attack you with a bite, with a plus 8 to hit. That is a natural 1. So he misses with the bite. He misses with the bite, but he is going to go at you with his claw. So he is going to make a claw attack for a total of, that is a 16 on the die. So that is 24 total.
That does hit.
So that is 13 points of slashing damage with its claws.
Can I use a reaction?
Yes, you may.
I have Hellish Rebuke as a reaction as a tiefling.
A tiefling! Yes, let's go. So it needs to make what kind of save?
Let's see. Needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Alright, it has a +1. There's a 9 on the die for a 10. I don't think a 10 saves, though.
Let me see. DC's 13, so.
Okay.
See, so it says I can cast Hellish Rebuke spell as a 2nd level spell once with this trait, and I can only do it once per long rest.
Okay.
So, it's going to take 3d10 fire damage.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll that sweet fire damage.
Raza only brings this out when she's really upset.
or like when the vitals are low.
Wow, that's a 11 plus 7 is an 18.
Okay. Damage taken. You, Jymbo and Grimm, and for the sake of the spiritual weapon sees this. How does it look, Araza, when your rebuke goes off? Like, how does it? How do others see this happen? Because I don't think they've seen it happen ever.
No. So all you guys see is Araza stands there. She's got a very upset look on her face. She points her finger, her right hand, her pointer finger right at it, and she's like, flames. And then all of a sudden, all these flames erupt around it.
Okay, the render is wreathed in flame for a few moments, and it twitches and thrashes in anger. And is that your turn?
That was my reaction.
Oh, that's
to
right.
its attack.
So it's the render's turn too. Okay, so it attacks.
Oh, it already attacked twice.
Yeah.
It missed the first time and it hit me with the claws.
I know. I was just reiterating that it had already attacked. But thank you. So that is its turn because it's not going to move out of there because it wants to bring something low. But that brings us to Grimm.
Okay, so I'll attack it with advantage. And that's a miss with a 10.
And that's with advantage?
Yeah, I rolled
Ooh.
2 5s. Okay, attack it again. Ooh, that misses too.
Question for you, Jotun.
Yes.
How do you handle inspiration?
Inspiration is a you get to reroll a d20. You get to reroll your die.
Is it just for the player, or can the player who has an inspiration give it to somebody else?
If you are a bard, you can give it to somebody else, but but that would be bardic inspiration. So if you're granted inspiration, then you yourself can use that inspiration. You cannot give it to somebody else.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to double check. Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you for asking. All right. Anything else, Grimm? Anything else, Grimm?
Nope. That's all I got.
Okay. That brings us to the bareback rider, Warren. Warren, what do you got?
Look at my horse. I'm going to lead Tom back to camp and hitch him wherever he was hitched before. I think we just had him hitched to the tree.
So I want to put this in perspective for you. So you guys chased him through the woods trying to find him. It was not like you just went through the woods.
Quick.
It was not quick. So if you go to take him back to camp, I don't know how long it's going to take you to get back here. Although I know
Could
you want
I-
to keep him out of harm's way too.
Could I take him a little ways into the woods and again, like, tie him up to, like, some sort of, like, tree or something, get him to calm down, and then come back? Like, just enough to get him out of view of the monster. Like, does that make sense?
No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Can I just get him off the map?
Yeah, you can get him off the map. You can get him off the map. Let's put it that way. I will have you get him off the map because horses they move 40 feet. So if he were to double move, or if he were even to dash, that would put him at 80 feet. So that would get you off of the map. That would get you off of the map if you went and got him up out of there. So I can move him off of the map, and I will put you over here at the edge. I'll just ask you to maybe put yourself over here at the edge, and then I will get Tom off of the map. So Tom is safely off the map and into the woods, and then I will have you skip the next turn because that's you tying him up, and then you can come back in. Does that sound good?
Yep, sounds good. So I'll scooch back here. Correct?
Yeah, right about there. That's fine. That's fine. And
Okay.
then I will move old Tom off the map. All right. So Tom's off the map. Tom is safe. And Warren is not physically there, so we will focus on what is going on in this little neck of the woods here. Top of the round. Jymbo, it is your turn.
Okay, Jymbo's gonna go ahead and
Oh, wait.
step-
Sorry. It's Araza's turn. I did not mean to,
okay.
because
I was about to say.
I was...
It's okay.
I was used to moving Tom on initiative count 1. So, Araza, you get a turn, and then Jymbo gets a turn. I apologize to both of you.
Okay. So, let's see. I am going to take a 5-foot step here. That way it's easier for Jymbo to move into flank.
Okay, cool beans.
And for my turn, I'm going to heal myself again with another first level cure wounds.
All right.
D8. I get 11 hit points back. Okay, and then bonus action, spiritual weapon is going to take a swing.
Okay. It gets advantage.
Right.
You are across from it.
Sweet. 21.
21 hits. 19 is your number.
D8. 7 plus 5. No, 7 plus 3. 10 points damage.
How much you kind of cut out there? I apologize.
10 points of damage.
10
I rolled a
points.
7 plus 3.
Alrighty. And is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Alrighty. All right, Jymbo. Now it is your turn.
Hey. Okay, now Jymbo's gonna 5-foot step to flank,
Wonderful.
and he is going to swing with his sword to start a bunch of actions. So 1 sword swing, please, with advantage. Well, not that one.
No, that's a 15 also does not hit, unfortunately.
Okay, that's fine. I'm going to try my unarmed strike then.
Okay.
Not that one.
Again, remember you still have advantage, so okay. Oh no, those ones! I don't like those ones.
Wow, I got a 20 in double ones. I don't even know if I should burn a key point here with these terrible rolls. But you know what? I think I will. Why not?
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So flurry of blows, burn a key point.
17 does
Oh,
not
wait.
hit.
But I still have advantage.
You do. 19 hits.
Jymbo is flailing like crazy with his sword. He's not even trying. It's just And he accidentally like clips him with a toe for 5 points of damage. It's a really hard clip.
It is. It's hard enough to be noticed. It's hard enough to be noticed.
I mean, bunny toes are big.
They are. And if they don't trim their nails, then they can be pretty sharp too. Anything else, Jymbo? Anything else you got for us?
I think that's all I've got is I'm dancing like Ray Gun in the Olympics.
That's fair. So the creature, now that it is surrounded and it has been bloodied, it is going to enact its fury. It is going to enact its fury. In this, it gets 3 attacks. One against each of you. One will be a bite and then 2 claws. So, I think Araza is the most wounded, even though she's healed herself. She's the most wounded, I think. I don't know.
I'm at 19.
19? Out of how many?
27.
27. Okay, and Grimm, where's your hit points at? Because I know that Jymbo has not been hit yet.
I got 31 out of 31.
Okay, so you're up to full. So okay. The creature is going to bite at Araza and then claw at Jymbo and Grimm. This creature has it does not get benefits of like a barbarian reckless attack, so it does not get advantage. These are all just straight rolls. But they are at a +8 to hit. So we will resolve the bite and then the 2 claws. So Araza, +8 to hit. That is an 18 on the die, so I assume that's going to hit you.
Yes, my AC is 15.
No, we need to get that up there. We need to get that higher. And that is 2d12, so that is 20 points of piercing damage as it bites you. You are a medium-sized creature, correct?
I am. It hit me for 20?
It hit you for 20.
Ooh, I'm in death saves right now.
Okay, so you just fall prone. You just fall prone.
Yep.
Okay. Again, it will do its claws, 1 claw on Jymbo and 1 claw on Grimm, a +8 to hit. Jymbo, we're just gonna go clockwise as it bites and swings. That is a 16 on the die with a +8. That is 24.
Oh, yep. The 16, I was like, no, but yeah, you're looking for a 19, so
Okay.
you hit.
Okay, 2d8. 15 points of slashing damage.
Woo-wee, I am bloodied.
And Grimm, that is a 6 on the die for a total of 14.
It misses.
Okay. So it bites down at Araza, and you guys notice that as it bites, it gets her like around the waist and almost ragdolls her for a second, deep enough to just cause her to go limp. But it currently holds her in its jaws at this moment. And then it drops her at your feet, Jymbo, as it goes to claw at you. Claws just across the front of you, and then it goes to backhand Grimm, but overshoots itself. And that being said, Grimm, it is your turn.
How bad does this creature look? Does it look like it's like on death's door or not even close?
You'd have to make a medicine check to see, because this creature does not have like it doesn't look like a human. It's bleeding and it's hurt, but it doesn't have like a discernible there wouldn't be a way to tell based upon your knowledge of creatures like this, because you're not sure what kind of creature this is.
Okay, I will then move over here, so I'm next to Araza, and I will use my healing hands that I have because of the Aasimar to heal her for 4 hit points.
Okay, that takes her out of death save, so go ahead and it's just 4 flat hit points.
Yeah, it just says once per long rest as action, touch a creature and restore 4 hit points.
Okay. All right, Araza, your wounds close, and as you come back from what you assumed to be the brink of death, you feel your soul get yanked back into your body, and when you awaken, you scream as if something
Okay.
as if something you had seen on the other side was more terrifying than what put you down.
Gotcha. And I'm assuming that since I went down, my spiritual weapon goes away, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
It is. Goodbye, weapon. We missed you.
It did some good work.
It did. It had some crits. It definitely did its job.
Sure did.
But Grimm, that is your turn.
Yes.
Okay. Warren is off the board on this turn and will return next turn. So then that brings us back down to Araza. Araza, you are breathing, but you are on the ground.
Araza's looking around, breathing heavily. Which one of you brought me back?
Hello. You need to work on dodging.
I will try my best. No promises. Okay, so Araza's gonna stand up
Okay.
and let's see. Well, she's gonna take out her trusty mace and take a swing
Okay.
at the creature. Actions. I get a +3 to hit. Not with an 18.
No, an 18 is close. You are still reeling from whatever you saw on the other side, and your blow comes down upon the thick, mottled skin of this creature, and there's not enough force behind your swing to cause damage to it. But is that your turn?
Yeah. So my channel divinity, it's 1 action.
Mm-hmm.
So I took a.
Your attack was an action.
Okay. Move action. So I can't use my preserve. I can't use my channel divinity, correct?
That is correct.
Darn. Okay. All right.
Okay. So if that is your turn, Araza, that brings us back to the top of the round with Jymbo.
Okay, Jymbo's gonna do what Jymbo does best, which is bleed everywhere and also flank.
Okay.
So 5, 10, 15.
Okay, you are flanking with Grimm.
And then Jymbo says, "Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, Stinky, omen-moi Shinraru." And he rolls a for an attack for his sword. Okay, 18 does not hit.
18 does not.
Unarmed strike.
19
A
hits.
19 does hit. Let's see if I crit. No, but I'll take that.
Okay,
For 10 points of damage.
wonderful.
And definitely gonna follow up with flurry of blows.
Go for it. How many more key points you got?
Oh, one more after this.
Okay.
I have 4 officially. Oh, yay!
Hooray. A dirty 20 hits.
Okay, so 8 points of damage.
All right.
So he says the thing and then misses with his sword completely. However, he does get a foot and an elbow in there. And he's like, well, take that, you big balut.
All right. You have dealt damage to it, and is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay. I have to roll something. Okay, what does that mean? Okay. It has taken damage. And seeing that you dealt it damage last, Jymbo, you are going to catch its bite and its claw this time. Because it is currently within its last few hit points. There's a 19 on the die for the bite. I'm just going to assume that hits.
I have 19 with my since I used an unarmed strike.
Okay, so this is 2d12. That is 20 points of piercing damage. Are you medium or smaller?
I am medium or smaller.
Okay. And you are still up?
Yep.
I need
Well, I am in death saves now.
Okay. This thing's bite is horrible. So you go down. So because you are down, you are in death saves. It is going to claw at you, which will be an instant critical, but it will only take you to it will take away 2 of your death saves upon hitting you. So now you have two failed death saves.
Okie dokie.
Araza and Grimm, you watch as the creature bites Jymbo, and almost similar to what happened to you, Araza, you see Jymbo ragdoll, and the creature thrashes its head like a dog with a toy, and then it slams him into the ground, and then slams its claw right on top of him. Jymbo is a white rabbit with black mottled spots, and now he looks like a red wash rag.
So pretty much normal.
Yeah, you know, the standard post Jymbo battle sequence. But that is its turn. Grimm, it is your turn. You watch this happen.
I will move over here to get flanking and attack it.
Go for it.
I miss. And I'll try to attack it again. And I'll miss again.
Okay. Is there anything else you can do on your turn?
Is there a way that I could just like position myself to kind of stand in front of Jymbo? So if the creature attacks,
you could stand over him. I could let you like share his square. I can move Jymbo, and then you can like share his square. Like I move Jymbo like here, and then you can be like here.
Yeah, and I just kind of body shield him, I guess.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. That brings us to Warren. Warren, you come back and you see there's blood everywhere. Most of it is the creatures, but a lot of it is that of your once formerly white furred friend is now a deep sticky crimson. And you come in down there where you were. So
Yep. I'm going to. We get flank, right?
if you stand here, you will get flanking. Yes.
Yep. I'm gonna go next to Araza. And how tall is this creature?
This creature is 9 feet at the shoulder. It is a hunched position. You figure it's probably much taller if it stands fully upright, but it is 9 feet at the shoulder.
How soft does its underbelly look?
Pretty soft. I mean,
I'm gonna give him one hell of a tickle.
Okay. You go ahead and you tickle him.
Since I am flanking, how does that work?
Flanking, you just roll with advantage.
Okay, so I would pretty much like roll twice and take the higher.
Yes, that is correct.
'Cause I don't know how to do advantage on.
Everybody just tends to roll twice anyway. It's okay.
Yeah, it's being poopy. So let me see. And then we'll do the second one.
24 hits.
Yeah.
What archetype did you take, Warren?
What, my fighting style?
Yeah, no, not your fighting style. Your level 3. What archetype did you take? Did you take Battle Master? I think you did take Battle Master, didn't you? Or are you a champion?
That never popped up for me when I leveled up.
Well, you should have got it at level 3, because most classes get their archetypes at level 3. Let me check you really quick. But go ahead and roll your damage, because it's 24 hits.
Uh, 11 points of damage.
11 points. Let's see here. You are a battle master. So you do have maneuvers and stuff that you could do also. So just make sure that you familiarize yourself with your maneuvers too. But 11 points of damage, you said?
Yep.
Let's see. Really quickly.
Oh, I do get that menacing attack too.
That is part of your superiority die. Like, that is you using your battle master maneuvers. So do you want to use...
It came up as something completely different.
Okay. So is that what you want to do? You want to use one of those?
Let's see. Because with menacing attacks is when I hit with a weapon attack, but I didn't use a weapon.
Your unarmed strikes count as a weapon for you.
I am a weapon.
Yeah.
Expend one superiority die to add to the total. So it would just be a D8.
Yep, you get to add a D8 to the damage. And it has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yes. DC 13.
13, okay. It has a -2 to its wisdom. So it gets a 0.
And I rolled an 8, so we'll just add that together for it to be 19, because the original was 11, so 19 points of damage.
Okay, wonderful. And it is frightened of you until the end of your next turn. Which is good because Warren came back. That brings us to Araza, unless you have anything else, Warren. Do you have anything else that you can do?
Let me double check. No, because I used my action surge earlier, so
Okay.
that is my turn.
All right, that works. Araza, it is your turn. Jymbo is down.
Oh, yes. Raza's gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20. He's gonna reach down, touch Jymbo, and cast Spare the Dying.
Okay. That stabilizes him, correct?
Yeah, puts him at 0.
Okay.
So that means
Jymbo,
he doesn't need to make a death save on his turn.
you are at 0, sir.
Hey.
As you return to the land of the living after being, treated like a children's toy, you come back and you scream.
That was a scream.
It's fine. Your lungs are probably they're not collapsed because you're healed now, but you managed to get your scream out. But whatever you've seen on the other side, again, far more terrible than what you're facing currently. But Araza, you cast Spare the Dying. Do you do anything else?
No, Spare the Dying is an action or a cantrip. So
Okay. All right. Well, is that your turn then?
that is my turn.
That brings us back to the top of the round. Jymbo, you are at 0 hit points. You are no longer in death saves, but you are unconscious because you are not up at 1 hit point. So you're at 0 hit points.
Okay. Jymbo's just gonna lay there.
With that being said, it is now the Render's turn, but the Render is successfully menaced by Warren and his strange heroic return. And this creature is going to run past you guys, like basically using you guys as trying to treat you guys as bowling pins as it runs through. But it's not going to get like a trample attack. It doesn't have that. But Araza and Grimm, you will get a attack of opportunity on it.
Ooh.
Would I get the attack of opportunity with advantage or no?
No, it is just a straight attack, just straight weapon attack.
I got a 19 exactly.
19 hits.
19.
I messed with an 11.
Okay.
5 points damage
5 points.
to my mace.
Araza, as you deal a final blow to this creature, it staggers under its full momentum, and collapses over here. As it does so, it reaches out a long paw, and you see its hand almost disappear behind this pillar or this piece of stone. It gurgles out a final mournful cry. And as it does so, it looks like, give me an insight check really quick there, Araza.
Insight. 15.
15. The creature was sobbing. It shudders, its shoulders shudder, its body kind of trembles and lets out one of those those breaths that you try to catch in between the gasps that you tend to when you've been crying really, really hard. But it collapses, and its hand remains outstretched, not making contact with whatever it was reaching for.
Now I feel bad for killing it.
But the four of you, with Tom safely hitched to a tree in the woods, what do the four of you do?
First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my channel divinity to preserve life and give myself, Grimm, and Jymbo back 5 hit points each.
Okay.
So Jymbo, you are now awake.
Yeah, you are awakened.
Where am I? I was crossing the river and it was terrifying, I guess. I don't know. Maybe there wasn't a river. Maybe it was just my own blood.
Whatever that thing was, it hit pretty hard.
Yeah.
That's the most heal spells I've had to use in a fight. Speaking of which, I'm gonna start doing medicine checks on everybody.
Okay. I'll let you go ahead and make an individual medicine check for everyone. So start with whoever you like.
Start with Jymbo.
Jymbo looks
That's
the worst
19.
out of everybody. Jymbo, what is your health currently at out of your maximum?
5.
That's
5
right.
out of what?
27.
Oh, you have the same hit points as me. Okay. Alright, let's go with Grimm.
I'm full health,
15.
31 out of 31.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
at full health. He's got blood on him, but it's only the blood that, doesn't get washed away from a heal spell.
And some of my blood. He was sharing my my square.
And then Warren. Warren looks fine.
I don't think Warren's taking damage either.
Nope.
Okay. Alright, so it's just me and Jymbo. Okay.
Don't forget those potions that we got earlier too. Those could help if you're low on spell slots.
Well, I mean, I could always just rest a little longer to get all my spell slots back.
Yeah, I think we should save the health potions for when we're in the middle of a fight and everything's going to shit.
Okay, I'm gonna turn to Jymbo, second level cure wounds.
Okay.
16 hit points back, sir.
Yay. Okay, I'm at 21 out of 27.
Okay. You're up and at 'em, but you're very sticky. You need a bath. Your fur is matted. You've actually, I need Araza and Jymbo to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Wisdom. 16.
Okay.
What is with these ones? 4.
What,
Oh.
did you roll a one? No, you didn't.
I
Okay.
did.
He sure did.
All right. Jymbo, I will have to talk to you later.
Oh boy.
So, Araza and Jymbo, because the two of you had been brought back from the brink of death, and there were two very nearly killing blows put upon you, your midsections where this creature has like delved its teeth into, you now have these it's almost like two belts of toothy scars, like unevenly spaced across your midsections. When you go to like check, you go to check Jymbo like underneath his clothes to make sure that like things are, nothing's broken. When you're doing your medicine check, you notice that now there are patches of fur that are missing, and then there's just like these little, they look like bullet holes. They look like bullet scars, but teeth that have dug in. Some of them kind of like ripped and rent, but with the healing it has just scarred it over. And Araza, it's the same for you. But you two are the only ones who bear any such scars because you fell in battle.
I done been chopped.
Indeed.
Well, Jymbo, we died and came back.
You might say I bit the dust.
We got some battle scars. It's gonna be a great story to tell.
Right. Scars are always cool stories.
The scars remind us that the past is real.
All right. So, what do the four of you do now that you're recuperating and you're healing from your battle?
I'm kind of curious to see what that thing was reaching for.
Yeah, same here.
Okay. You go check out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll come along in case if something jumps out.
All right. So you approach the still body of this large, almost bear-like creature, just in terms of the way that its body is shaped, and other than the shape of its head, where it bears four alien-looking golden eyes that have now lost all sense of life. They just look like faded marbles. You see the outstretched hand reaching behind this particular stone, and as you get closer, you see that there is a body that is almost propped up in a seating position. There's a body that's propped up in a seating position behind that stone. The body itself is dead. It is a corpse. But they seem to be wearing commoner's clothes. And you see chunks of meat that have been just kind of left along, like near the thing's legs, and there's a larger, almost like a half of a haunch of a goat that's just been kind of like placed near the corpse's lap, almost as if an offering was given. And Araza, go ahead and make me one more insight check, please. And everyone else can make an insight check as well, but this one kind of stands out more to Araza because she noticed the creature sob before.
23.
23. Did anyone else get...
I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20?
13.
13.
5, but I figured I came in late, so
Yeah.
I'm just like, what's going on?
Araza, you get the feeling that this creature was connected to this corpse, or whoever this happened to be. It had been leaving offerings, and you can see on the clothing itself of the commoner that there's like streaks of blood, but not from wounds. It looks like the big creature had been like nudging at it. You know, you see them in places like the chest or the shoulder. A little bit of a streak along the head, and the head is tilted at an angle where like maybe the force of something nudging it had just forced it to move.
Never thought I'd see this in my life, but I think this creature has a connection to this corpse. But what?
Is there any way to tell like the like if this was a man or a woman or?
Oh yeah, you can tell. The corpse is not in a state of decay where it is unintelligible or undeterminable. It is a man. It is a man.
Can I search the corpse?
You can.
Can I do a medicine check to see if I can figure out how it died?
Yes, you can.
Would I be rolling an investigation or a perception?
Investigation for that one.
19, and I am trained.
Okay, 19. Jymbo, you start to check the person, and it looks like they died of an illness. They died of an illness. You don't see like the red splotches that you had seen when you guys were back at Duvik's Pass before you came here to Barovia. But an illness did take this person's life. And as you're checking, you see that there's some gentle bruising, as if the figure had been moved post-mortem. And you can see that there are on top of like the faint bruises, you see that there's like light claw marks, light bite marks, but not bite marks that would indicate an attack, more like a nip that, again, like a dog might give to someone to get their attention. You see them around the arms and their shoulders.
I think this creature was actually had some kind of relationship with this gentleman. If I have to say anything, that's probably a cursed person. It's definitely a curse.
But what kind of creature is this? Definitely not like a werewolf or anything.
No, it is unlike anything most of you have ever seen. So, let's resolve the searching of the body. So, what'd you get for your investigation there, Grimm?
22, and I used one of my psychic dies.
Okay. The body itself does not have much on it. There is a necklace with a symbol around it. It looks to be like the symbol of the Morning Lord, of Lathander. But you also notice that it does have on its side, there is a leather-bound journal that has been kind of put in shambles. It's still attached to their belt by a leather cord, but the journal itself has been flopped open and exposed to the elements and things like that. But you're able to pore through a lot of the notes. In there, you can see that this is a lone hunter He spent some of his time in the woods. Probably has a small cottage or something nearby, from the sound of things. His name was Owen. And in there, he details this strange creature that had become bonded to him. He called him Rover. And this creature would bring back large game. It helped keep him safe from wolves while he was hunting in the woods, and he was able to make a decent living, trading back and forth between Kresk and Valaki. And further in there, you see that he, in his journal, he mentions a cache of where he kept his valuables, just in case those damned Vistani decided to rob him on the road. Is what the journal entry says.
Are we near that cache or no?
You could collaborate with everybody and kind of like look for it. You can make like a survival check based upon like things he's put in the notes. He's put a few scribbles in there, so he's marked down like it looks like a big oak tree, and you could look for it from there. Yeah.
Do I find anything else?
Nothing else on him. That is it. You find the symbol that's still around his neck. You find the journal that details that there's a cache nearby.
Good. I'll take both of them, put them in the bag of holding, and I'll keep the journal in my hand and tell everyone what I read through the journal about the cache of valuables, and if we want, we can maybe see if it's close by. We might be able to pick up anything better to use against creatures.
Sure. It's not like he's gonna need them.
Nope.
Okay, Warren and Araza, what are the two of you doing?
I'm just kind of trying to understand this whole situation.
Same here.
There's a lot in that journal, and Rover. Yeah.
Okay. So what do the four of you do? You're trying to I know that Grimm is looking for the cache.
Has Grimm been able to find it, or does he need assistance?
He would probably need assistance because
Yeah.
I don't think Grimm is trained in survival.
Nope.
I'm not trained in survival either.
Can I use investigation?
You can, but you would have an easier time with survival, but you can make an investigation check at a higher difficulty. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Anybody trained in survival?
I think Warren is.
No, I'm not.
I'm not trained, but I have like a +3 because of wisdom.
Yeah, I've got survival trained.
The investigation, I used another one of my psychic energy dice to get a dirty to get 19.
Okay. You follow what you believe to be the right path. You head a little ways north of this area, and it takes you over a small little knoll, and down to a little area where there looks to be a rock that is out of place, and you move the rock out of the way, and you see a small locked box. It's probably about like 1 foot by 2 foot, like one foot wide, 1 foot deep, 2 feet across.
I'll yell to the rest of the party, "Found it!" And I'll grab the box and pull it out of the hole and bring it up to the group.
Okay.
And I'll open up and see what's in there.
All right, sounds good. You open up the box, and inside there is a dusty gray cloak. There is a looks to be a morning star. It's a metal ball with a few like dulled spikes on it. But the wood itself of the haft is that of a very finely crafted wood. And then inside there's a small pouch of gemstones. Not many, but a few. And beyond that, there are 2 scrolls inside. And that's it.
Okay, show everyone what was in there.
All right, you guys see what was in there. There's a gray cloak, a morning star, a pouch of gems, and 2 scrolls.
Does anyone want any of this stuff?
Does the morning star look to be silver? Probably not.
Actually, yeah. The head of it's silver.
Well, we don't have to use spoons anymore. I mean, sporks.
Spanknives.
Spanknives.
All right.
Ah, the spanknife.
I mean, I have no problem with it. Who here uses a mace or a club or something like that?
Araza stands there holding her mace.
I mean, is there anyone in the party like that?
Jymbo's just waiting for someone to actually speak up.
I can use a mace. She's swinging it around.
I don't think Araza could use a mace. I think we need to figure out someone else who could.
Sure, if somebody else wants to use a mace, go for it.
I mean, I'll probably just mess with it anyhow, so I'm going to refrain.
Okay.
You could take it if you want. It's silver, so do a little more damage if we get in a fight with a vampire or a werewolf.
Does anybody else want it? She looks around.
Araza, I think it's very, very clear that I think you're the only one who's gonna be using it.
I mean, we could give it back to the corpse, but he's not going to use it very well.
This is true.
I would gladly take the Morning Star.
Okay. Does anyone take the cloak, or
Does the cloak look magical?
do you have detect magic?
Nope. Does anyone know how to like identify stuff? Because we got 2 unknown scrolls too.
I have an excellent idea on how to check to see what this cloak does. Jymbo
Oh?
puts it on. Am I invisible?
You are not invisible.
No, I was asking them.
Oh. Is Jymbo invisible, guys?
I can still see you.
I could see you, but now you got blood all on the inside of the cloak.
So it is
Hold
a
on.
cloak of blood.
Hold on. I want to try something.
All right.
I got a 7 on deception. Where'd Jymbo go?
All right, Jymbo, make an insight check against the 7.
Now listen here. I got
Nat 20.
I may be from the hills, but I'm pretty sure I'm not visible.
All right. So you guys divvy out the items. Araza, I don't believe that you can ritual cast. Do you have access to detect magic and or identify?
I have access to detect magic, but not identify.
Okay, so you could do detect magic if you wanted to do that.
I don't have ritual casting as a feat, so I don't think I can cast it as a ritual.
Well, then I guess. Actually, I'm pretty sure you could. Let me double check.
Oh, by the way, Jymbo hands the cloak back to Warren.
Okay.
It's kind of drippy.
It is kind of drippy. So I'm correct. So wizards, bards, druids, clerics, and artificers can all do ritual casting as part of their class abilities, but other
okay.
classes have to do it by taking the ritual caster feat. So sorcerers and warlocks and paladins, and other such casters. So you could ritual cast it, and it does not
if you
consume a
guys
spell
wanna-
slot.
Yeah, if you guys want to give me 20 minutes, I can ritually cast detect magic.
Let's do that back at camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys
So
do
then I was
anything
just
else
think-
here? Do you do anything else here? Is what I need to know. Sorry, if you guys are talking, then I am not hearing you if you were talking.
Should we bury him? I mean, not the big thing.
We probably should.
Yeah, we probably should bury the body.
Yeah, we don't want to be haunted.
Haunted again.
Maybe while we bury the body, Araza could detect magic on the stuff.
Yeah.
Probably going to take us 20 minutes to bury the body.
Oh, at least. But seeing as though you guys are taking care of that, I think this would be a perfect time for us to take our break. We can go ahead and take our break. And for those in chat, we're gonna do our giveaway. We're gonna do our giveaway for the Blood of Barovia dice set, which this is one of them. And Tilted has sent me more images, so I will have to fetch the images. So let's take a look here. Oh, here they are. Let me show you guys what we're getting here. They look very, very good. Let's that way all y'all can see it. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start the giveaway. So the giveaway itself, let me turn off the sorry guys, this is my first time doing a giveaway, so this is a little new to me. So I want to make sure that everyone gets their gets the full so right now the giveaway so you're gonna go ahead and use the command exclamation point roll'em, and that will enter you into the drawing. Now that will get you the following dice, and I will send them up here. Cheap viewers, can we take care of that, please? But yes, if you were in chat, this is let's see, dice. Okay. Browse desktop. Just want to make sure everyone can see these wonderful, wonderful dice that have been so carefully and meticulously done. That is a really big image. Ooh. Shrinking them down. There we go. So guys, these are the dice. The forbidden,
nice.
The forbidden candy rocks. Yes, literally, yes, the forbidden candy rocks. So if you are in chat, use the command exclamation point roll'em, and you will be entered to win the Blood of Barovia dice. That gets you the full polyhedral set plus a coin. I'm exempt from it, but I'm putting it in there so that way it enables the giveaway to be started. So if I end up drawing myself, I am exempt from this. But everyone in chat, feel free. So far, the entries themselves will go through the it'll go through the end of the stream, because it won't let me do it just temporarily. It won't let me do it temporarily, just for a little bit. So. All right, we got some people in. Wonderful. I'm loving this. So again, guys, feel free to do that. But in the meantime, players, if you've entered to win these dice, feel free to step away from the table, take a bathroom break, anything that you have to do. I'm gonna go ahead and leave this up just for a minute, and then that way we can get our people in. They are very pretty. They are very, very pretty, Alice. Never Tilted has done an amazing job. Can we get another shout out for Never Tilted, please? Again, he is our partner with Chimera Collectibles. Tilted, should I exempt you? Should I exempt you from these because you make them? I don't think so. Wouldn't it be sad if he ended up winning them? He doesn't have to send them to anybody. He just holds them. I think the crafter should be exempt. That's right. That's for Nunu. So yeah, that's right, because Nunu's not able to be here. So yeah, your entry is for Nunu. That's right. I forgot you said you were gonna do that for her. So yeah, so his entry is for Nunu. But yeah, again, chat, use the giveaway code. It will be going on for the next 80 minutes. So the next hour and a half. But that's okay. So we might just let this go through the remainder of the play for tonight, so that way people can drop in. I know I wanted people to do it during intermission, but you never know. We might have people drop in, drop out at this point. But yeah, players, go do what you need to do. I don't need you at the table right now. Go take a break. And I will hang out with chat. I'll take my own break here in a minute. But yes, again, these are fantastically crafted dice. Let me add another image up here. So let's put that here. Do it now. Again, really big images, but that's okay. It just means that they're high quality. Oh, the red stays shining like blood. That's really awesome. That's really awesome. So I mean, just so that way everyone gets the idea of like what these look like. I mean, so wonderfully made. I love the gold on them. I love the gold on the dice themselves. They look fantastic. I'm in love with them. But again, I'm exempt from them. I like that it's actually rolling dice every time the message comes up. Oh, it's so good. Oh, that's so good. But yeah, friends, we've got a lot going on, and you know, again, I want to appreciate everyone that's playing here at the table. Hopefully they're taking a break and they're not just sneaking in here. I'm gonna mute them just in case they come back, so that way they can't talk to anybody. That's not nice. Don't do that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and mute them so that way I can pay attention to you guys 100%. So yeah, we're giving away the Blood of Barovia dice, crafted by the very talented and very skilled Never Tilted. These are resin dice. These are resin dice, and obviously, you know, the coin is there for scale. We have shown the video for the dice before. Right here. No, that's the wrong one. There it is. Bring us back up to the top. I mean, that is a human hand. Look how big that D20 is. Like, that is a human hand, all. It is a rather large chunkin' D20. I love the big dice. The big dice look so good. So again, friends, if you are entering into the giveaway, this is not just limited. This is not just limited to the United States and Canada. If you are an international viewer, I will endeavor to get these to you. So I understand international shipping can be a pain, but again, you are part of the community. You deserve the same rewards as everybody else. You should not be discriminated against because you are in a different country. So why should you be exempt from a wonderful prize such as these? The giant one is mine. Wait, the giant one's mine? Hold up. Okay, so I guess I get the big one. Where's the big one is mine, right? The set one is a bit smaller. Okay, well, you see though. You meant the set one. Okay. Anyway, friends, you could still join in. You can still join in to win them. But what I want you to understand is I will endeavor to get these to you. Val, you're not going to hear anything because I have you muted in Discord. You need to have me listen. You have me on stream. I have you muted in Discord. I have Discord muted entirely. But yes, I'm trying to say something. Can someone please tell Val that she has to turn on the volume of the stream? But anyway, you know, I will endeavor to get these to you. We are going to try to do giveaways whenever Tilted is able to craft them. So again, wonderful work, very skilled artisan. This is a craft in which, you know, I am wholly envious of. I'm wholly envious of this craft. You can find more of Tilted's work at Chimera Collectibles. Dice, miniatures, and more. And if you use my code RedWolf15, you get 15% off your orders. However, so friends, this is going on. We're just gonna do the giveaway through the second half of the stream, because the command is saying 80 minutes. Okay, I'll put this somewhere up in the top so we know what so players know what to expect. I was going to say something else. I'm going to say something else remarkable about our very skilled artisans here in chat. So we're planning on doing more dice giveaways in the future. We might. I want to talk about some dice towers. Again, I will be putting up everything that I can to make sure that that Tilted has the ability to do so. So I'm backing these with my own fundage. Again, I will endeavor to get these shipped to you. So I will do what I can to ensure that you, as the community, are able to enjoy these wonderful, wonderful rewards. What else? What else? Can we pin? Hold on. Let me pin a comment. Join the dice giveaway and use the command actually, hold on. Why am I typing that? Can we just pin this one? We're just gonna pin that one. Manually unpinned or end of stream. There we go. And then I'll hide it for myself. Is it pinned? For those of you who are in chat, is it pinned? I hope so. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let that run. I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break myself, and then I will return to everybody else. So I'm going to unmute. I'm going to unmute Discord so you guys can hear them. You guys will not hear me. So I shall return. Okay, guys, they can hear you now. I'm sorry about that. Feel free to talk. I'm going to go ahead and take my break. Normally we do a commercial in here, but we're gonna let this go. So go ahead and do what you need to do, guys.
Hi, chat. So how many people here think that I'm cursed? If there's anybody else in Discord. Because that would be the funniest thing in the world. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you might be cursed.
I will be over the moon.
Yeah, I think your character's cursed too.
Yeah, let's get cursed.
I mean, you talk about it, it happens.
Exactly. I mean, it's a character arc. It's growth. And what is growing? My misfortunes. Yeah.
You're cursed
What do you
not to be
think the
able to hit with
cloak
your
is?
sword.
How what? I had like 4 or 5 ones? Holy cow.
You almost
You
had
should
a
just stick
watership
with.
down death.
I mean, you're right. They bigwigged me for sure.
Yeah, not on my watch. No watership down deaths on my watch.
It's the Black Rabbit of Inlay. When he calls you, you have to go.
I mean, that was one ugly rabbit, but probably. It's pretty interesting. I really just wonder, like, if this is tied to anything we're doing right now, this creature.
I think it's
Chat,
just a random encounter.
maybe. Chat says, I think so. I think it's a race. Our bunny from our campaign was cursed. It couldn't be a coincidence. So clear, and it was the same campaign. So clearly, the only thing lucky about me are my feet, but only when they're detached.
Well, I don't know. Haven't you been hitting stuff with your feet?
It's the only thing keeping me going.
And going and going and going.
What? Are you trying to compare me to any battery slogan? No. I'm a
I just need
combat
to get you
bunny.
a drum.
Oh. Well, I do dance to my own beat, so that's fine.
Maybe instead of a sword, you should get 2 drumsticks. You might be able to hit better.
I mean, I actually think I probably hit the most, but then again, if we're talking about percentage based, I definitely had the lowest percentage of hits. Quantity, not quality.
Yeah, I think I missed. I think I'm up there with how many times I missed.
I mean, but armor class of 19, like, yeah,
Yeah,
this was a boss for sure.
yeah. I just can't wait to get to level 5 so I could do the uncanny dodge and take only like half damage for one of those big hits.
So we are just to kind of reorient to where we are right now. Now that we've done this battle, we were heading towards the tower in the middle of that lake, right? To talk to the weird
Yeah,
experimenting person there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
yeah,
researcher.
yeah.
I was scared for a second we found him, but it was a hunter. I mean, this might actually be related to it in some way.
Might be.
Don't worry.
I mean,
I
who
like
else? Who
I
else
have a
could befriend
cork
them?
board that just like red strings everywhere. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh no, I probably interrupted you, but I mean, who else would be able to befriend a monster like that? That's all I have to say.
Well, the only thing I gotta say is you're in a place that vampires and werewolves are like a normal thing. So that could just be like a normal pet.
I mean, its name was Rover at that point. I would have preferred dog meat, but you know, I like the classics. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
That creature just brought dog meat to the owner.
Bum. Now you're the one that needs the drumsticks.
Eh. What do you guys think the cloak is and the 2 scrolls are?
It's certainly not a cloak of invisibility. So maybe like something that adds AC is what I would guess.
Yeah, or it could maybe be can't remember what the name of it is, but it gives like the attacker disadvantage on attacks against you.
Or it could be a cloak of cloakiness, which means it's just a regular cloak.
Yeah.
Well, if he was a hunter, it's possible it's a cloak of elven kind.
I have returned. Hello, everybody.
Welcome back.
We're speculating
You're speculating? Okay.
and making rapid
Yeah.
puns.
I'm going to go ahead and take off our dice rolling thing. The giveaway is still going on. Again, for those of you in chat, you know, feel free. What I was going to mention before, I don't mean to interrupt the speculation. If you do win the giveaway, obviously, you know, there will need to be an address from which these are going to be sent to, but I assure you 100% as a VTuber, I value my privacy as much as everybody else's. So if you have a P.O. box or anything like that, if you win the giveaway, which will be announced at the end of the stream, I will get these shipped out to you, and that information dies with me. That information will die with me. I will not do anything more than send you these dice or whatever you've won. So again, if that is an issue, please do not please don't, you know, please don't enter if that's going to be an issue, but I do want everyone to enter. Terrasenian, thank you for the follow. But again, I will get these shipped out to everybody, and that information dies with me. I will not, for any reason whatsoever, give your information out. Yeah, I'll stick the shipping label under the package with the blindfold on. I won't even I won't even look at it. I won't look at it twice. But just making everyone aware. But also, Terrasenian, thank you so much for entering the giveaway. Hopefully you got to look at the dice. Let me show you the dice one more time. Beep, boop. These are the Blood of Barovia dice. They look wonderful. I'm very much in love with them. So I can't wait to give them away to somebody. Also, we have something that we need to resolve first. So, Goldie, I need you to do me a favor.
Yes.
I need you to roll me a D4. And AJ Powers, thank you for the first time chat, and thank you for entering the giveaway. Sinfra, are you entering the giveaway? Enter the giveaway. If you haven't already. Goldie, go ahead and roll me a D4 and tell me evens or odds.
Oh, okay. I'll do it again. I will call evens.
Okay. And tell me the result.
That's another one.
Jeez.
Okay. What is your con score, my friend?
13.
13. Okay. And you had rolled a 1 on that wisdom save, correct? When you came back from the brink of death, you rolled a 1?
Yep, that was me.
Okay. I need you to roll me a D10.
8. If it was a 1, I would have burst out laughing.
Yeah, that would have been bad. So you start to feel like, even though you've been healed, you notice that the wounds in which you possess, they seem to continuously seep. Even the scars in which that you've sustained from the large creature, you notice that those wounds themselves are they seep from time to time. Congratulations, you've acquired some mild corruption.
Hey, should I be seeping like this? Am I going to turn into a werewolf?
Jymbo, I think you're cursed.
I'm pretty
Poor
sure I'm
Jimbo's cursed.
See, I told you. This is what happens when you mess around with dark powers. You're cursed. Even my feet can't save me. They're not that lucky.
And you've got 2 of them. So
I did get exactly what I always wanted. A curse for Christmas.
curse for Christmas. Jimbo's been doing nothing but talk about curses, and
See what happens when you talk about curses all the time, Jymbo? You're cursed.
Well, now I'm an expert in curses.
A Christmas curse.
I mean, it's not my professional opinion, but that's just an educated guess on my part. So,
Well, as an expert in curses at this point, clearly, you can consult me if you ever need help with a curse or acquiring said curses.
well, let's just intend that the curse doesn't spread throughout your entire body.
Or to us.
So, do you guys want to go back to camp?
Oh yeah, so my detect magic while they were burying
Burying
the
a
body.
body.
So your detect magic reveals the following. The mace itself, or the Morning Star itself, is silvered. But it is also a +1 magical mace that deals 1d6 points of radiant damage. The cloak is a cloak of protection.
So a +1 Morning Star and a Cloak of Protection?
Yes. And I'm assuming that you can do the same on the scrolls. So I'm gonna let you guys know what the scrolls are. There are 2 scrolls of Speak with Dead. And then the gemstones, I'm trying to think what's going to be the best stat here. Go ahead and make a an intelligence check for me, Grimm.
Intelligence check. That's a 6.
It's a 6.
Yep.
The gems are probably worth something. I mean, because they are gemstones, but you're not sure like the exact price. You think that you could sell them for a minimum of 10 gold, but you're not sure the overall maximum. But there are 4 different gemstones in there. There's a blue sapphire. There is a looks to be like a rough cut ruby. Small piece of, you're not sure if it's quartz or diamond because of how dirty it is. Clear quartz, and a topaz. You would probably have to get them appraised somewhere if you didn't appraise them yourself. Well, you technically did try to appraise them yourself, so it was just intelligence. Unless someone has a jeweler's kit, and if you don't have a jeweler's kit, then you probably wouldn't be able to determine more for them. But yes, what do all of you do? Do you just bury the human body, or do you bury the big monster body too?
What was it? What were the scrolls again?
2 scrolls of Speak with Dead.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I say we head back to camp.
I mean, that sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, I need to take an extra long rest.
Oh, I also forgot. Jymbo, you did roll a 1. So hold on. What is your wisdom score, my friend?
+3, so 16.
16? Okay, same deal. I need you to roll me a d10.
$10.
10. Wonderful. So you also gain mild depravity. In the form of being a sycophant. You fill the air with a torrent of unctuous flattery of your companions, opponents, or your imaginary friends. you now have disadvantage on perception checks, and enemies have advantage on perception checks to hear you.
This is gonna be fun.
So welcome to mild depravity also. All right. Continue.
Did I mention how good you guys did in that battle? You guys were awesome. Even the parts where we got eaten.
Even the parts where we got eaten. But you all return to camp, and you take a very long and well-deserved rest, because nothing else happens that night. In fact, you all sleep like the dead. However, Jymbo and Araza, you find that your sleep is not the most restful. The two of you awaken in an area clear of fog, standing at the side of a rather pristine lake. You see off in the distance, near the lakeside, colored wagons. You want to strike the two of these as familiar to you, but you don't. Something's off about them. The figures that move around them are in the size and shape of humans or humanoids, and when you go to catch a glimpse of their face, as their face turns towards you, it is like a featureless, concave flesh pit staring back at you. No eyes or nose or mouth, just this. A concave pit of flesh, shadowed by its own curve. The figures continue to move on after taking notice of you for just a brief moment. And the two of you stand at the center of this camp. There's a large fire going. There is music playing, but to your ears, it is discordant, it is off, it is eerie. The two of you are very aware of one another in this space. What did the two of you do?
Isn't this music lovely? This is just beautiful.
Jymbo, what is your curse doing to us?
I mean, I'm having a good time here. Do I see anybody around us?
Oh yeah, you see many of these humanoids that they're just walking around you, and it's almost as if they've noticed you when you first entered this camp, and once they've noticed you, they pay you no mind. Like, they walk past you, they brush past you, as if, you're not that you're in the way, but you are below their notice now.
I don't think they
hello?
like us.
Nah, we're pretty good people. I think they'll warm up to us. Where's everybody else though? Where's the other two at?
I have no idea.
We haven't
Maybe-
been evaporated like what was our companion's name again?
Argon?
The dragon?
Yeah, Argon.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They're gone. They are gone, you're right.
Man. I'm not sure if we're here because of your curse, or if we're here because we're the only two that have died in Barovia and have come back.
I mean, look at me real close. Do I still have a face?
Do I still have a face?
Do they still have a face?
Yes.
Yeah, I do this.
Yes,
Does he still have a
you
face?
both still have faces. You are the only two that have faces. And
I think they are just jealous of our good looks.
and upon noticing that you still have faces, you see the third being that possesses a face. It is an elderly woman wearing a colorful shawl wrapped around her head. Is a purple and gold wrap with beads and baubles hanging from it. The woman herself is very old and wizened. She sits at the edge of her wagon on the step of it and beckons each of you with a long, thin, crooked finger.
Jymbo
I look to
approaches her.
Jimbo. It's like, are you sure we should approach?
I mean, look at her. She looks friendly.
Oh, okay.
Jymbo approaches.
Araza follows.
The two of you approach the old woman's wagon, and in the moments that it takes you to make a step, it's almost as if you're dragging your feet through mud. You look down and your feet are on solid ground, but your movements continue to slow, and almost as if caught in a tunnel, this old woman seems further and further away from you. She continues to beckon, and you see this glimpse of impatientness cross her face. And your steps, no matter how fast or how rushed or how hurried you make yourselves, the world behind you crumbles away. Like the remnants of a dry cookie.
Man, we're
Jimbo, we
never
need to
going to
run.
catch up to you if you keep moving.
Jimbo, we need to run. The world behind us is crumbling. Run.
Oh, okay. And then Jymbo runs.
All right, the two of you attempt to run. Go ahead and make me Constitution saving throws, please.
$14.
15.
Okay. Jymbo, in what is entirely something that seems unfounded, at least given your nature of being athletic and quick and nimble, Araza outpaces you. And as the world crumbles beneath your feet and you fall into an inky black pit, something catches you. And you notice that it is a white gloved hand that circles you around and puts you into profile. You see a pale face, red eyes, a rather groomed beard with long hair and a top hat. And as the red lips of this face begin to smile and part to show gleaming white teeth, almost the most beautiful teeth you've ever seen, you see the sharpened canines. And the figure raises you to its mouth, opens wide, and you disappear. Araza, you continue to run, thinking that Jymbo is not that far behind you. You continue to make your way towards the old woman, and the old woman reaches out her hand as if to help you, and now she seems closer than ever. Closer now that there is something that is not with you weighing you down.
I reach out my hand.
She takes your hand, and almost as if an after image of yourself appears, there is a spectral apparition. Your soul is, or what you appear or to understand to be your soul, parts from your body. And you get to watch as the kind old woman helps you up into her wagon. Your spectral astral form lingering and watching as you take a few steps in and take a seat in front of what appears to be a large ball made of crystal. And before the woman closes the door to her wagon, she makes eye contact with you. Not your corporeal form, but your astral form. And she smiles. As the door to her wagon closes, you and Jymbo awaken with a shock. You are both
I believe
cold.
I was just eating.
I wake up screaming.
As Jymbo and Araza awaken, Grimm, Warren, you hear Araza scream as she awakens.
Razu, it's like trying to catch her breath, touching the ground. She's making sure her body is still intact and everything. And
Oh yeah, other than your scars, like your fresh scars, you're fine. You're intact. You are still tethered to your immortal soul.
Jymbo, don't trust that lady. Don't trust that lady.
What lady? I was eaten by a big shining man.
You were eating? I thought you were running with me towards that lady.
Nah, I fell. I don't know. I'm usually pretty fast.
I didn't even hear you fall, but I made it to the lady, and weird things happened, and I woke up.
Listen, I know we've been joking about me being cursed. Well, I hate to tell you this. I think I'm cursed.
I think I am too.
I mean, did the old lady eat you?
No, but I was my soul was pulled out of my body. My body was still moving. The lady took me into her wagon, and she made eye contact with my soul, and she closed the door with a sinister grin.
Oh, I think we're both cursed then.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't rub off on everybody else.
And I'm sure where we're hearing this conversation, right?
Oh yeah, if they've woken up, they are having this conversation. They don't have message or telepathy, so
No,
Well-
we're having this conversation where you guys can hear us.
Well, I hate to interrupt, but you were mentioning something about a soul. I remember the abbot telling me something, and it's so odd that he told me this, but he mentioned something along the lines of that when people die in this country, this land, your soul doesn't pass on to the afterlife.
That
What
might
happens to
explain
it?
the faceless people we saw.
From my understanding, I mean, he kept talking and talking. Your soul, it's like you kind of get reincarnated, it sounds like your soul doesn't go to an afterlife, you go into someone else.
I mean, I literally went into another person, but I don't think it was reincarnation. Not unless you do that through the mouth.
Did your parents ever give you the talk about the birds and the bees?
I don't actually know anything about my parents. I was abandoned.
Well, when
So-
a mommy rabbit and a daddy rabbit love each other very much.
Uh-huh. What does that have to do with the large man eating me?
Know how well, I don't know. Things are different here than back home. I don't know.
They are very different.
But I think what Jymbo and I are trying to say is we're cursed, guys.
You kept talking about it, and it was bound to happen.
Oh, I wasn't talking about it.
It was Jimbo that talked about it.
It was Jymbo.
I mean, listen, it's not that bad. Sometimes you have some interesting dreams, and you have some seepage. But besides that, everything's pretty normal. You guys are looking great today, by the way.
I move 5 feet away from them.
that's probably a good idea.
The curse, not the plague.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
Close
Jymbo's got
enough.
some blackness, so could be the plague.
Oh no, I've always had this. You see, I'm black and white. That's my fur. The
I thought you were red.
No, that's only after combat. Or
Oh.
during.
When Jimbo enters combat, everybody else sees red, but it's just his Jimbo.
Is it red or is it pink? Red on white?
No,
Yeah.
it's more red than white. You know, like when you get your paint tinted somewhere and they add a little too much of the red. Yeah, so it's more red than pink, because he bleeds a lot. So
I know. I put him in the running this last battle for the most blood.
that's true. That's very true. So
Yeah,
Araza,
but blood sticks out more on white than anything else.
it does.
True.
Araza and Jimbo, until your next long rest, you are at disadvantage on initiative because of your nightmares.
Oh joy!
Yay!
So whatever I roll, I get a -1.
Does that count as a long rest for us or not?
So you all get the benefits of a long rest. It's just until your next long rest, the two of you are at disadvantage on your initiative checks.
Okay, I just wanted to know for a recovery of my hoppiness.
Your hoppiness. Unfortunately, it can do nothing for your happiness. So you the four of you regather. Grimm, Warren, you two make sure that that Tom stays hitched to the wagon, and Jimbo and Araza, you just look a little sleepy. You look a little sluggish. Again, you have the mechanical benefits of a full rest, but you're just a little groggy today. A little groggy. And
Because we couldn't get coffee.
yep, no coffee. You couldn't stop at the Burgomaster's Manor and get yourself a nice coffee.
Nope.
You think that holy water will cleanse me? And Jimbo just takes like his flask and takes a big old drink of that water.
You take a drink of holy water? Okay.
Yeah, of the water he thinks is holy water. I don't think it's doing much.
No, you drink it. It tastes clean. I don't know what it's like to imbibe silver, and I can't start to imagine what it's like, because part of the ritual to make holy water, at least in D&D, is they add like silver dust and flecks to the water.
It's not actual holy water. It's that water from the pure spring.
Oh, well, yeah, okay. Well, then in that case, yeah, it's really good. And let's see. I'm double checking something. Okay. It doesn't do anything for your current afflictions, though.
I mean, that's fine. I actually didn't think it would do anything.
But no, I was checking because it does have a mechanical benefit. So the four of you, what do you do from here?
I think we move on up towards the tower. Right?
Yep.
All right, wonderful.
Just out of curiosity, who's going to be using the cloak of protection, and who's going to hold on to the 2 scrolls, or what's going on with that stuff?
I'll hold on to the scrolls.
So who has the least amount of armor? I have, because I think that gives you like an armor bonus, maybe a bonus on saves. I have 19, so I probably don't need it.
What is everybody's AC?
I have a 15.
16.
I have a 15 as well. See, Grimm, why don't you take the cloak?
Okay, I'll take the cloak.
Because I already got the morning star, the mace. Is it a mace or a morning star?
It is a morning star. It is a morning star.
Oh, morning star's a martial weapon.
Can you not use it? Or
I am not proficient with martial weapons. Only simple.
I could have sworn that it was a simple weapon, but I am incorrect. It is a mace. For the sake of this, it's a mace.
Okay.
It's got a refined silver head on it, so I would say that someone didn't make it as crude as what they wanted it to be. So it's a mace. For all intents and purposes, it is a mace.
Okay. Thank you.
Right. So you all continue along as you have headed north along a small pathway through the Svalich woods. And your journey after divvying out the magical items and things of that nature, you come to a cold mountain lake enclosed by misty woods and rocky bluffs. Same thick fog continues to creep across the dark, still waters. Trail ends at a grass-covered causeway that stretches 100 yards across to a flat, marshy island with a stone tower on it. The tower is old and decrepit. Its collapsing scaffolds clinging to one side where there's a large gash split in the wall. Time-worn griffin statues, their wings and flanks covered with moss. They perch atop the buttresses that support the wall. And parked near the base of the tower, within sight of the entrance, is a barrel-topped wagon spattered with mud.
How does the water look? Does it look like I could take a bath in it?
You could definitely go into the water if you wanted to.
I'm gonna make a survival check to see if it looks safe-ish.
Okay.
9.
Looks safe enough.
I mean, do you guys mind if I just kind of wash up a little bit? I am covered in my own blood.
I'm just amazed that he slept that way. He just slept in his own vital fluid.
Completely used to it.
I think we all did.
Yeah, there wasn't really a chance for you guys to really like take a bath. There's not like creeks and streams nearby. This is the first body of water you've encountered in a moment.
Is there a light in the tower or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I see any movement?
Not from where you are. You're currently at the edge of the causeway, so it's about 100 yards out. So you don't see any movement, at least not from here.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe now is not the time for a bath. We should probably investigate the tower.
I agree.
Okay, so you're going to take a bath before, or you're not going to take a bath before going into the tower to make yourself presentable?
I mean, I'm gonna wash the blood off my face, but
Yeah, actually, to make myself... I mean, that's a really good point, though. But
Is there a spot we could go into the water that we're still a decently away from the tower, or do we have to get real close?
So the way it is like the causeway itself, it's just a long strip of land about a football field's length from one side to the other before it gets to this small island. Bordering the sides of the causeway is the lake, like the shore of the lake. So you can still be roughly 100 yards away from the tower and still be able to get into the water of the lake.
Okay. Guess we don't be too loud. We gotta clean ourselves up a little bit so we don't freak them out when we get there. How should we approach the tower?
well, given that we are in a land where everything has been trying to kill us, maybe we should take cleaning up in shifts where one or two of us clean up and the other make sure, nothing grabs you from the water and then eats you. Because I've already been eaten once today, and I don't want to re-experience that.
You were eaten yesterday, but yeah, same difference. To you, it seems like today. It's a fresh memory.
Oh no, I meant in my dream. But
oh yeah.
I guess I've been eaten twice in the last 24 hours.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, so you're gonna take baths and shifts.
yes.
Everyone, roll me a perception check.
20, but do I have disadvantage?
You have disadvantage on perception checks when it comes to hearing.
Oh, okay. So yes, 20.
Okay.
21.
21. Grimm?
I got 10 with a psychic die. Did I pass it or did I not?
You did not pass it.
Okay.
For everyone who got a 12 or above, you notice that the water itself is, for a lake, it's almost remarkably still. There's the faint sound of the water lapping against the causeway and the shore. There's no sound coming from within the tower for those of you who got a 20 or above. There's no sound or anything coming from inside the tower. There's no sound coming from the wagon itself. But but you do hear off in the distance the howl of wolves. But nothing from the water. The water is fine.
Are we still on like some sort of road?
No, this is the you've gotten off of the pathway leading here, and then the only strip of land that is there now is the causeway leading to the tower. So what do you guys do?
Should we head on foot or with the wagon and horse?
Have we bathed already, or?
I'd say you guys have been given the opportunity to bathe.
Okay.
You've probably just been figuring out your next step as that's been going on.
Is the path big enough for the wagon?
Yeah, there's a wagon across the way, so you have to assume that your wagon can make it across there too.
Well, I just didn't know some wagons vary in size.
No, that's a fair assessment. That's a fair assessment.
Does it look like the wagon will get stuck, like if it's super muddy or something like that?
From where you're at, it does not look like it would get stuck, but it does look like, obviously mud is going to get on the tires because you can see that there is mud on the wagon across the way. But it looks like this particular wagon has been going back and forth across this causeway for a while, and you don't see deep ruts in the ground from where the wagon had pulled itself through. So the ground itself is probably more solid along the center, and obviously near where the shore is, it's probably a little bit softer.
I would just say let's just bring the wagon with us and make our way to the tower.
All right. You go across the causeway, and there is this remarkable feeling, and you felt it before. But you feel like you're being watched. It's not really new since you've arrived in Barovia. But you have the feeling of eyes upon you. Get across the causeway, and again you come to the exterior. Let me give this to you, Bob. And this is what you all see. Each square is 5 feet. So you get across, and the wagon itself is much larger. Again, it is barrel shaped. And you get closer to the tower itself. The tower spans at least 80 feet tall from what you can see. And the roof itself is mostly intact. It's like slate tiles and things of that sort. And you get a better view of the mossy griffins that kind of leer down at the causeway and the lake itself.
So should we knock?
Knocking is the polite thing to do.
Okay.
Who has the loudest knock?
That would be me.
That'd be me. Sorry, I'm just plopping everybody down. Is everyone able to move their tokens?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. So, again, there's the wagon, and there is the tower. Where do you guys go? Do you go to the tower, or do you go to the wagon? Or do you turn around and go home? Try to go home. You let me know.
I'm just gonna head to the door and knock.
Okay.
I mean, we came out all this way, so pitter pitter, let's get at her.
The tower door... Go ahead.
I'll go take a look in the wagon if I see anyone in there, if I see anything in there, kind of what's going on with the wagon.
Okay. Let me start with Warren, and then I'll get to you then, Grimm. So
Yeah, that's fine.
Warren, the tower door is made of iron with no visible handles or hinges. In the middle of the door is a large embossed symbol, connected series of lines with 8 stick figures set around it. Carved into the lintel above the door is a word, Kazan. And in your journals, I'm going to add the door. That is what you see.
Huh.
So,
When I go to knock, I'm just gonna not touch that symbol. Like, I'll kind of like knock to like off to the side of that symbol.
okay. But you do touch the door?
Yes.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please. And are you wearing metal armor?
Whatever armor I got from the bag of holding.
Okay, so you are wearing metal armor. I need you to make that dexterity saving throw with disadvantage. Okay.
2.
So, Warren, you go to knock on the door, and in a moment, almost like an instant, your hand touches the door, and before you can cease the ozone from making contact with your body, you see like the faintest little jolt of static link you to the door, and on that failure, $27 points of lightning damage. Yeah. It's 27 points of lightning damage. All of you see Warren get lit up like a Christmas tree, it seems. You're not linked to the door anymore, Warren, but it definitely hits you pretty hard.
Hard no, and I just like I kind of go over here to like catch my breath.
Oh yeah.
Are you okay?
And I just give Jymbo this look. Like, did you not just see this shit?
Was-
Seriously? You're asking me? Like, that's the look I'm giving Jymbo. Like,
Okay.
you fucking kidding me right now?
Wait, was anybody home though?
Better knock again.
Be my guest, Jymbo. Go ahead. Go. You go check. Yep. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So Jymbo goes up to the door. And, do I recognize the word?
Do you recognize the word Kazan?
Yeah.
Let me type it in chat there for you, so that way you guys
Is it part of any language that I know?
It's written in common.
Okay.
But you are approaching the door, correct?
Yep.
All right. Lightning is still coursing from the door. I'm going to give you the opportunity to not be so close to it, because you would see because you're kind of inspecting the words. But lightning is still coursing off of the door.
I don't think I'm going to try knocking. Apparently, no one is home, I'm assuming. So Jymbo backs off.
Okay. So, as all of this is going on, Grimm, you're checking out the wagon. And under layers of mud, this wagon sports a fresh coat of purple paint. Its wheels have fancy gold trim. There's a brass lantern that hangs from each corner, and red drapes cover a tombstone-shaped window on each side. There's a steel padlock that secures the back door, hanging from which is a cheap wooden sign that reads, "Keep out."
Because of what happened with the door, I'm going to check to see if this cart is trapped.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
That's a 15, and I used the psychic die.
Okay. And you're checking all over the wagon, like around the sides, underneath, just trying to make sure that it's not trapped.
Yep.
Okay. You skirt around the outside. There doesn't seem to be any signs of traps. However, when you check the underside of the wagon itself, there appears to be a trap door that could be opened.
I will tell them there's no traps on the wagon, but there is a trap door underneath. Should I go and pick the lock to get into it, or
Yeah, go for it.
Make sure
Or
it
should
doesn't
we
have
send-
lightning. These doors
or
seem
s-
to have a lot of lightning.
should we send Jymbo underneath with the trap door?
Send Jymbo.
I'll go.
Or we do both?
Well, whichever one of you goes, just know I'm here and I have my spells ready for healing.
Yeah, I might need your expertise.
What's the worst that can happen? I don't think that wagon's gonna eat me.
Okay.
Yeah. How about you go under with the trap door? I'll pick the lock on the door, and see if someone's hiding in there. You kind of trap them, or whatever's in there. It's kind of trapped.
But then again, should we? I mean, I feel like somebody's watching us.
Yeah, that's true. Also, why are we trying to break into the wagon? I thought we were just looking for help.
I mean,
It's a locked wagon.
I tried being nice and knocking on the door, and that got me fuck all. So
Fair enough.
We get electrocuted, so we get to see what's in his wagon.
we get electrocuted. me got electrocuted. There's no we.
I mean, we are a collective.
I mean, for all we know, the wagon could have the same effect when Grimm tries to pick the lock.
I didn't see any traps on it, so I don't think so.
Jimbo's gonna slide underneath the wagon. He's done talking.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's a
I'm gonna go pick the lock.
Okay, so what's happening first? I need to know what's happening first.
I kind of thought we were going to do it at the same time.
Okay. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check, Grimm. Jymbo, you creep up inside of the trapdoor. Jymbo, as you creep up inside the trapdoor of the wagon, you see that it's not exquisitely ornate. There are wooden trunks, and a wardrobe and whatnot inside of this wagon. There's a small bed. There looks like a bird cage. There's a lyre, and other such things. And the lamps are still lit. The lamps are still lit inside of this wagon. And your eye catches a very thin wire as it goes across the ceiling of the wagon, almost all the way down into the handle of the door. Grimm, what was your sleight of hand check?
I got 16 to unlock it.
Okay. You see, Jymbo, that there is a the door handle just kind of jiggles from where you are. The urge to say occupied flicks into your mind briefly. But you see that as the door handle jiggles, so does the wire. And the glass flask of a flaming red liquid starts to jostle and jiggle as well.
There is a trap on that door. Do not open that.
Grimm, do you open the door after you get it unlocked?
Did I hear him yell not to open the door?
This is simultaneous. You guys said it was happening at the same time.
Yeah, it's happening at the same time.
I would kind of think I would check it for traps just because of what happened with the other door, but I kind of don't want to say that because I know what it is trapped now.
Well, so Jymbo, you see it. I will give you the opportunity yourself, Jymbo, to disarm it from the inside. I need you to make a dexterity check for me.
Okay, just a straight dex check?
Yes.
Oh no, I'm terrible at those. 19.
So as the handle on the door moves, the wire is pulled taut, but because it is such a thin wire, almost a cat's whisker thin, it snaps. Jymbo, all of your training has led up to this moment. Everything you've ever learned has taught you to be quicker than what you should be. You must be swift as the coursing river. With all the force of a great typhoon and all the strength of a raging fire, you dive forward. and you catch the alchemist fire before it ignites. And you keep it from doing so. You're prone on your stomach, hands outstretched, holding aloft to Grimm's perception this flask of alchemist fire.
I got you a gift.
And you see that if that one had gone off, you'd look up and there are hundreds of these little flasks that you have managed to successfully keep from igniting. This wagon was rigged to explode. And you've kept that from happening.
Oh man, I was about ready to see my life flash before my eyes again.
Nice catch. As I open up the bag of holding and just start dumping the flasks into it.
You mean gently placing?
Gently, not dumping, gently placing.
Oh,
Firmly
it's a
grasp
magic
it.
bag. You drop it in and it disappears.
Yeah. But you do it like to not jostle the ones next to it. In time, you get all of them. So yes, there are indeed 100 flasks of alchemist fire. I wish I was kidding. That is what the description has told me. So you get 100 flasks of alchemist fire after a time.
I think we've solved our monastery problem.
Yeah.
But do you guys investigate the rest of the wagon, or?
I mean, at this point, the thing was gonna explode and kill me, so yeah, it's fair game.
All right. I'm not gonna have you guys roll for it. I'm just gonna go ahead and read it to you. There's a wooden trunk covered with claw marks, and inside is a battle axe, a flail, a morning star, a light crossbow, and 10 silvered crossbow bolts. The wardrobe contains 3 sets of fine clothes, 2 sets of traveler's clothes, several pairs of shoes, a harlequin mask, and 3 wigs. There's a climber's kit, a disguise kit, a healer's kit, and a poisoner's kit. The lyre inside is ordinary, save for the golden strings. There's a sculpted wooden cage, and surprisingly, the chicken was quiet through this whole thing. But it looks up at Grimm and Jymbo and bark, 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 bark.
You don't happen to be a curse person, are you? Because we're up to our necks in curses here. Okay, no, not a person.
And there's a silver ewer and 5 chicken eggs in the ewer. There's a tiny wooden box that contains tarot cards. There's a set of copper pots and pans, 3 sets of manacles, a shovel, another wooden chest containing a gold holy symbol of the Morning Lord, with 3 vials of holy water, 3 vials of perfume, 2 vials of antitoxin, a 50-foot coil of hempen rope, a tinder box, a steel mirror, a sharpened wooden stake, and a spyglass. There are 2 spell scrolls, there's a map of Barovia with key locations marked upon it. and a charred page from a journal. And that is everything that is in the wagon that was not destroyed when those alchemist fires were supposed to drop.
I'm going to get the rest of the party.
Okay. Go get them.
Yeah. Hey everyone! Wagon almost exploded, but good news. There's some manacles and a funny mask in there. I want the mask.
I'll take the sharpened wooden dagger thing.
The wooden stake? Okay.
Yeah.
Who is carrying the map that we have?
I am.
Well, there's another map that's marked.
There is.
And I'll hand it to her.
I would like to see if I can start to compare the two maps.
Okay. As you compare the two maps, you see where the indicative markings are. You see a big circle around the castle outside of Barovia on the far eastern side of the map. The castle itself, there's writing there that says devil under the circled picture. In other places, you see the city of Vallaki. There's some postscript notes that say mad, insane. You see what appear to be dens that are marked, but you just see numbers. You just see numbers underneath of these dens, anywhere ranging between 15 at the largest and 9 at the smallest. You see Kresk. Kresk is marked. And you see that there is a note underneath of it that says safe. And then a question mark. You see marked at the winery a note that says unsure. And then near one of the lakes, you see a word that says camp.
Near which lake?
I do believe that would be... Can you double check for me really quick? That is... Forgive me, it's near Serpool. Serpool. Closest to Barovia. The village, not the country. You're in the country.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. So, So what do you guys do?
Well, I'm gonna put on the mask and just wear it around.
Okay. You
I'm gonna roll up both maps.
Okay.
I'll just start putting everything in the bag of holding
Okay.
because we could go through it later.
Yeah, you can always part that stuff out later. But from everything that you've searched, you don't see any indication of what's going on between this wagon and the tower itself. However, do you guys read the note or the journal page?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So let me go ahead and read that to you. I sadly don't have this as a handout, so I apologize. So I will repeat anything that you need me to repeat. For more than 3 decades now, I have undertaken to investigate and expose creatures of darkness to the purifying light of truth and knowledge. Hero, I am named in some circles. Sage and master hunter, I am called in others. That I have survived countless supernatural assaults is seen as a marvel among my peers. My name is spoken with fear and loathing among my foes. In truth, this virtuous calling began as an obsessive effort to destroy a vampire that murdered my child, and it has become for me a tedious and bleak career. Even as my life of hunting monsters began, I felt the weight of time on my weary shoulders. Today, I am a man who has simply lived too long. Like a regretful lich, I find myself inexorably bound to an existence I sought out of madness and seemingly must now endure for all eternity. Of course I shall die, but whether I shall ever rest in my grave haunts my idle thoughts and torments me in my dreams. I expect that those who think me a hero will change their minds when they know the whole truth about my life as a hunter of the unnatural. Nevertheless, I must reveal here and now that I have been the indirect yet certain cause of many deaths and the loss of many good friends. Mistake me not, I do not merely feel sorry for myself. Rather, I come to grips with a devastating realization. I now see that I am the object of a baleful Vistani curse. More tragically, the nature of this hex is such that I have not borne the brunt of it. Instead, far worse, those who surround me have fallen victim to it. I have related the tragic story of how my only child, Erasmus, was taken by Vistani and sold to a vampire. I explained how Erasmus is made a minion of the Night Stalker and how it was my miserable part to free him from that fate at the point of a stake. What I have neglected to illuminate before is how I tracked Erasmus's kidnappers across the land, or how I extracted Erasmus's whereabouts from them. In fact, the Vistani took Erasmus with my own unwitting permission. They had brought an extremely ill member of their tribe to me one evening and insisted that I treat him, but I was unable to save the young man's life. In fear of their retribution, I begged the Vistani to take anything of mine if only they would withhold their terrifying powers, of which I knew nothing. To my lasting astonishment, they chose to surreptitiously take my son in exchange for their loss. By the time I realized what had occurred, they were already an hour gone. Incensed beyond reason, I strapped the body of the dead young man to my horse and doggedly followed the Vistani caravan through the woods, naively allowing the sun to set before me without seeking shelter from the night. Shortly after darkness fell, I was beset by undead that would have slain me had not their master, a lich, intervened and spared my life. For reasons that I do not completely understand. He somehow detected me, and with his powerful magic took control of a pack of zombies that wandered in the forest. He spoke to me through the mouths of the dead things and placed a magic ward against undead on me, then animated the dead Vistana and bade it tell me where I could find its people. Unfortunately, I say in hindsight, the plan worked. I found the child stealers, and my unwelcome entourage included a growing horde of voracious undead that could not touch me, thanks to the Lich's ward. When I found the caravan, I threatened to set the mindless zombies of the Vistani unless they returned my dear boy. They replied that he had been sold to the vampire, Baron Metis. Something inside me snapped. I released the zombies and the entire tribe was eaten alive. Yet the story has not ended. Before she died, the leader cursed me, saying, "Live you always among monsters and see everyone you love die beneath their claws." Even now, so many years later, I can hear her words with painful clarity. A short time later, I found my dear Erasmus made into a vampire. He begged me to end his curse, which I did with a heavy heart. The darkness had torn him from my loving arms forever, and I foolishly believed that the curse had exacted its deadly toll. I wept until an insatiate desire for vengeance filled the bottomless rift in my heart. And that's all there was from the journal.
That was a lot to unpack.
Sounds like another person got cursed too.
So, as you stand outside of the tower in the wagon after having unloaded it of its valuables, can I get investigation checks from everyone? Warren, have you been healed yet, or are you still smoldering?
I'm still smoldering.
Okay.
I only have 9 hit points left, so.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I'll get you. Investigation?
Yes.
I got a 19.
Okay.
I got a 19.
I got a 12.
11.
Okay. Those of you who got 19s, I think, is Grimm and Araza. You're looking for a way in. And as the time was taken from unloading the wagon, it took you more than 10 minutes to do so, and you see that the electricity has faded from the outside of the door in the tower itself. The entire tower seemed to be wreathed in electricity at the time of Warren's contact with it. So it is no longer electrocuted.
So before we head into the tower, Warren, I'm going to level 2 cure wounds you.
Do I see any other way into the tower besides the front door?
There are the
Warren, you get
there are the
22 hit
scaffolds
points
on the
back.
side. There are the scaffolds on the side. And sorry, you said 22 hit points healed for Warren?
Yes.
Okay. There are the scaffolds on the side.
Thank you.
Maybe we should go up the scaffoldings and through the front door.
That is entirely up to all of you, if that is what you wish to do. With your investigation of 19, Grimm, you spy the scaffolds, and the rotting wooden beams that support the scaffolding, a light breeze comes across the lake, and it kind of indicates that these scaffolds are not the best, because they start to groan and creak in the breeze. But you see a series of ladders and platforms that lead to a hole in the northwest wall on the 3rd floor. So the scaffold will take you up to the 3rd floor, if you choose to use it.
Can I investigate the front door to see if I figure out a way to kind of disarm it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Um, 22.
22. You look at the door itself and the mechanism on the front. It's not really a mechanism, it's just like a plaque that has stick figures all around it, again, as you guys can see in your journal. But as you look at it for a moment, you think that it's a sequence. A sequence of motions that need to be done in a manner to unlock the door. Because again, you see no visible handles, you see no visible no hinges or anything of that sort.
Okay, I will try copy the stances and see if that'll unlock the door.
Okay. So you imitate each sequence of stick figure motions, correct?
Yeah, that goes along with in the pattern of what the lines were.
Okay. So there are eight sets of stick figures, and assuming that you do all of them, which I'm not just going to make that assumption. You just said that you were doing that. You see that the lines on the door itself show the proper sequence in which you need to do them, because a 22 is definitely high enough to figure that out. You see that, it's arms up and then one arm up, one arm down, and so on and so on and so forth as you follow the lines. You follow everything in the proper sequence, and you hear a resounding click, like a, and the door opens to reveal the lower level of the tower.
Those were some good moves.
I didn't know you could dance.
I just followed what the description was, and the door's open now. Guess we should head in.
You know what? That's probably the best dances I've ever seen. You're just fantastic at this.
I love that Jymbo's become a sycophant. But continue, Grimm. Continue.
I will kind of like slowly inch in, checking around if I see any more traps, if I see anyone or anything that is gonna hurt me.
Okay. The flagstone floor itself is strewn with debris, a few old crates. Let me change the map for y'all. One. Up. So this is floor 1. I'll move you guys on there in just a moment because I think this is going to be a good place for us to call it after I describe this. The flagstone floor is strewn with debris, and a few old crates stand near the east wall. A torn curtain to the south partially obscures the tower vestibule. So this curtain here partially obscures it, and you duck under it, Grimm, as you peer in. A 5-foot square indentation in the center of the floor contains 4 pulleys attached to taut iron chains that stretch up through a similarly sized hole in the rotted wooden ceiling. And standing next to the chains are 4 tall clay statues. You poke your heads in, and as you enter one by one, assuring yourselves of the safety of the situation, a far-off howl of a wolf can be heard. Oh! And suddenly, safety is the least of your concerns. And I think that's where we'll call it for tonight. That's where we'll call it for tonight, because we're getting close on time there. But
Oh man.
but
But
I want to thank everyone who was here in chat. I want to thank my players again once more for another fantastic session. It got a little dicey there. It got really dicey there. But we managed to pull through, and some of our players have well, maybe not the players, the characters. The characters have a bit of a malady now. But back to the giveaway. Goldie, congrats on winning the dice.
congrats, Goldie!
Congrats on winning the dice. When Tilted gets those to me, you let me know where I need to send those to, my friends. I'm really excited. I'm excited that you got them. So, and thanks to everyone who entered the giveaway. We will be doing more giveaways in the future. Just stay apprised. Feel free to follow the channel if you don't already. That way you can find out what's going on. But players, thank you again.
Thank you. It was great.
Yes, thank you,
Yeah, it
Will,
was
for another
fun.
great session.
So we're unsure about next Friday, right, Val? We're thinking that we should be okay.
If it all goes well with my dental procedure, I'm just getting a filling redone.
Okay.
It's early enough in the morning that I mean, I don't think it would be an issue.
Okay.
But
if it does become an issue, let me know. Guys, we'll put in a tentative yes for next week. If we do happen to have to cancel again, I will make sure that no one is charged for the session, because that is the last thing that anyone wants to happen. But happy Friday the 13th, everyone. So we will be back with more Curse of Strahd tentatively on the 20th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And unless anything comes up, if there are any schedule issues coming from any of you guys, let me know. We also may have a new player joining us soon in the same campaign. So, but they won't be able to join us right away. They've expressed that they have some things that they have to take care of, but we might have a new player joining us. So we look forward to that. In the meantime, players, I'm going to go ahead and mute you all, so that way we can do our standard ending. And we'll go from there. So feel free to say goodbye to chat, talk amongst yourselves, and I'll be in the call with y'all shortly.
Bye bye, chat.
Bye, chat.
Okay, they are muted. Nobody can hear them. Let's go ahead and close that out. All right. Again, thank you everyone for being here. I appreciate all the resubs. Dr. Quentin, thank you for the resub. Alice, thank you for the resub. Thanks for the new follows from Terrasenian, Van Redis. Thank you all so much for being here. I will go ahead and we're going to go ahead and raid out. So unless we have someone that we want to raid out to, I'm going to see who we can go say hi to. And I want to thank Never Tilted one more time for putting those dice together, making a wonderful, wonderful giveaway prize for our friends. And, you know, I look forward to seeing Goldie use these dice. Perhaps if he has the Blood of Barovia dice, his rolls will no longer be cursed. So let's see here. Where should we go, y'all? Where should we go? I always have the hardest time deciding who to raid out to. Food safety streaming. Let's see. BT's streaming Destiny 2, so we're gonna go say hi to BT. I don't get to raid BT very often. So we're gonna go ahead and raid BT. Friends, thank you again so much. I appreciate all of you. I look forward to doing this again. So please, as per usual, if you have my emotes, use whatever emotes you have. Just be polite, read the room, and as always, please be polite to the streamer we're about to drop in on. They might be in the middle of something and may not be able to respond right away. I'm sure they will get to us if they can when they can. If you like the streamer's content, please give them a follow. If you really like the content, give them a subscribe. You're not required to do either, but do remember a follow is free. So we're going to raid into BT. Give him all the love, going with a good old-fashioned Viking raid. And I am back. I'm going to be back tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, roughly. I might be back at 7. Just depends. I've got some stuff going on. So in that term, please stay safe, eat well, stay hydrated. And I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.